Nevada, June 26th from 2 to 6 at Arvada Beer Garden.
That was quite a brouhaha.
Come find out what the commotion's all about. Head to DenverSports.com/drive for more details.
Guaranteed to bring the brouhaha.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here from my friends at Xfinity. Usually when something sounds way too good to be true, it is. Imagine someone says you can cut your mobile bill in half. Sounds like a fantasy, but with Xfinity Mobile, it's a real deal. Because when you have Xfinity Internet, you can cut your mobile bill in half. Plus, try Xfinity Mobile free for a year, no commitment. That's a lot of streaming, sharing, scrolling, and whatever else you can do with your phone, all for half the price and none of the commitment. What that means, you'll save big over Verizon, AT&T, and T-Mobile. Now all you have to do is think about how you'll spend all that extra money. Call 1-800-XFINITY, go to XfinityMobile.com, or visit a local Xfinity store to switch today. Xfinity. Imagine that. Restrictions apply. Savings compare one line of Xfinity Mobile Select to comparable plans from T-Mobile, Verizon, AT&T as of 3/24/26. Taxes and fees extra. $30 monthly discount limited to new mobile customers only. After 12 months, regular rates apply.
Okay, I admit it. At 303 Law 4040, we like to have a little fun with the made-for-TV lawyers who pretend that they're from Colorado. In reality, they live in places like Chicago, Arizona, Texas. Heck, one guy flies in from New York City. New York City! Just so he can do his commercial and fly back home. Crazy thing happening here in Colorado. Outside private equity funds are pouring millions of advertising dollars to prop up these guys and get them to pretend they are local voices that you can trust. So what really happens when you call one of those pretend made-for-TV lawyers? Here's an example. A young man was hurt. He called one of those guys. The insurance company said, nah, we're denying the claim. No money for you. His made-for-TV lawyer said, sorry. So his friend said, you need to call 303 Law 4040. We took the case and told the insurance company their denial was BS. And they said, you're right. Here's all the money. If you've been injured, don't waste your time calling a pretend made-for-TV lawyer. Call 303 Law 4040. Go ahead, save that number in your phone. It's 303 Law 4040.
Hey guys, it's Mark Schlereth. I just made one of the best decisions of my life. I got rid of my glasses. I went to Cutarelli Vision and had refractive lens exchange, RLE. I wore glasses for distance vision, but I got to that inevitable point in life where I was always needing those reading glasses just to do about anything, and half the time I couldn't find them. Seeing menus, texting, reading my computer, or studying film, it was a struggle. But now I see the world perfectly, near and far, without any glasses, thanks to Cutarelli Vision RLE, the perfect permanent solution to spending your good active years not needing reading glasses. And here's the cherry on top. You'll never develop a cataract. Dr. Cutarelli is Colorado's most experienced with over 90,000 vision correction procedures. You can trust him to know if it's the right time for you and RLE. Schedule your free Zoom consultation at coloradorle.com. Cutarelli Vision RLE, no readers, glasses, or contacts, or cataracts. coloradorle.com.
You bought an RV, and you got an automatic discount from Progressive by bundling it with your home or auto insurance. That's great, but a serious word of warning every RVer should heed. You don't need to talk about things like dry weight or dump stations. And you don't need one of those expensive water filter straws either, because the most extreme thing most RVers encounter is a campsite without hookups. So just enjoy yourself and Progressive's automatic discount when you bundle your RV, boat, or motorcycle with your home or auto insurance. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Not available in all states or situations.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free exit info kit. 800-572-3344. That's 800-572-3344. One real Broncos talk. Cecil Lammy and Andrew Mason bring the heat on Orange and Blue today. The most passionate intelligence and in-depth Broncos coverage in the game. Weekdays at 5 p.m. on the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan YouTube channel. Hit subscribe at Denver Sports 104.3 and never miss another take. Orange and Blue today, powered by Ramos Law, official injury law firm partner of the Denver Broncos. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan presents The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay.
Off and rolling. Here on a Tuesday, June 23rd. And this is no ordinary Tuesday, as we are just hours away from the NBA draft and so much ground to cover. What up, Phil?
Woo! What's going on, ZB? It is Tuesday. It is the NBA draft, and the Denver Nuggets, they got to get this one right, man. They must get this one right for the future. A young guy, a young cat that can come in, play some meaningful minutes, athletic, rangy, defensive-oriented. That's my dream. All right, be able to score if you can, just to help Jokic out, to help the Denver Nuggets out, and hopefully they go for that, ZB.
Yeah, it's fascinating because it's not just what player will they select. That's not what kind of year it is for the Nuggets. There's a scenario where they pick no player at all. There's a scenario where they attach a Denver Nugget and move up to number, say, 17. All right. If it's not Jamal Murray, I don't see the Nuggets moving from the 26th pick inside to the top 10.
No.
So I think that if they do move up, I think what you'll most likely see is attaching Cam Johnson potentially to a pick and moving from like 26 to 19, 26 to 20, something like that.
I can see something like that, ZB.
I think it would be a mistake
For Cam Johnson.
Yes.
So you want to keep Cam?
I do.
Ooh.
I do.
So why? So what's your thought process with Cam Johnson right now? Why are you wanting to hold on to him after, he has an expiring contract?
Yes.
You can get up under, get the money away, salary dump.
But you're
and
dumping
move
the
on.
player. I think that's a mistake. Cam Johnson has been a very good player for nearly a decade in the NBA. And his fit here, while janky initially, got better and better and better. This guy was one of the 10 best three-point shooters in the entire league. Do we realize that? Like, Cam Johnson is a great fit here in Denver. For years, we talked about, hey, you need more shooting around Jokic.
Yes.
And this guy, let me pull up his exact percentage, 43% from the three-point line this year. That is insane. I'll tell you where it ranks inside the NBA this past season and here in just a second. But I think it'd be a mistake. And you think about when the chips were down this past postseason, who was the one guy that showed up in a way that we didn't see with almost anyone else?
Mr. Cam Johnson.
It was Cam Johnson. And so you look at I can't even tell you where he is in the NBA right now because of the guys who, didn't play enough games. And let me see.
On top of him.
Let's see here. You know who shot the highest three-point percentage in the postseason of any player in the NBA this year? Spencer Jones.
Spencer Jones.
In his 6 games.
Mr. Jones.
Probably not enough games, but yeah, Cam Johnson ranked 8th in the NBA this year in three-point field goal percentage. I do not want to say goodbye to that. I think he is a fit with almost every single NBA team. His intellect, his defense. I mean, he's just getting started here with Jokic. He's just getting started. And if it got better and better in the one season that he was here, like, what does it look like in year number 2? So I would not sell that stock.
ZB, I'm with you on that. I don't want to get rid of Cam Johnson either, right? He's younger. He's in his prime. You do need that offense from him when it comes to shooting from the three-point line. I'm looking to get rid of Aaron Gordon. And I know everybody out there may be upset with me, may be mad, but for AG, 2 straight years, he has not been available when you need him the most, and that's the postseason.
Yeah.
All right, last year, he only played in 36 regular season games. At times, you want to have AG on the team, and at other times, you want to get rid of this contract. And this is a time where you can get rid of this contract, and you would free up almost $32 million.
Right.
That's what I'm looking at this point.
Per year.
Per year. So free up the $32 million, go out there and get a younger player if you can in the draft that can play some really good defense for you. Go out there, find a couple rotational players that can help, combine for what AG brings to the table, and you move on from there, especially if you're saying that there's going to be this gap year. Let's get rid of AG because it brings that flexibility. You get rid of the salary, and you move on from there, ZB. I want to get rid of AG, keep Cam Johnson if that's the case.
And let's be clear, and I have to almost sometimes remind myself, but because I live within the reality that we just exist in, like, this is not our rules. So I have been proceeding with these conversations, like with the restrictions that I know are going to be on the Denver Nuggets. But I have to remind myself in moments like this is a choice. Denver doesn't have to move on from anyone. There is no on-court consequence from continuing to move forward with Aaron Gordon, with Cam Johnson. There's nothing saying that you can't. The only penalty is financial. And so you can do what you want to do. And so,
But we all know the Kroenke is not going to keep everybody and go past that luxury tax and have to pay even more money for a team. That, let's be honest, even if this team stays together, ZB, they don't have enough to win it all because they're not young. They don't play good enough defense, and you can't trust someone like AG to stay healthy for a full season in the postseason.
Yeah, and it's not even for a full season. I know you said the last 2 years, and I know folks may have heard me say this before, but it bears repeating in a moment like this. Aaron Gordon has not played in 16 consecutive games, regular season or postseason, has not played in 16 consecutive games since they won the championship. That was 3 full seasons ago.
Yeah.
And so it's just, it's stinging, these conversations, because we all love Aaron Gordon. Like everyone. I don't know anyone who doesn't love Aaron Gordon. He is, he's got the nickname Mr. Nugget. Right, I've advocated that he needs to have his jersey retired when it's all said and done. Being a part of a core that won a championship, and so, but you have to deal with the now. You have to deal with reality, and I think the top priority of this offseason for the Denver Nuggets, and we've talked endlessly about it, it's Payton Watson. It's re-signing Payton Watson.
That's a must.
You cannot develop this raw talent, and this kid was so raw you wouldn't be able to serve him in a restaurant. I mean, he was that raw. The lowest point per game total in the history of the NBA draft's first round ever. And now he, had a month and a half stretch where he's averaging 15 points in the NBA, creating his own shot, playing great defense, both on the ball, at the rim. I mean,
he's not raw anymore. He's medium well. We'll say medium well right now.
He's medium well. And so, so that will be the top priority.
Yep.
Now, you can do all this if you wanted to, but they're not going to. So they're going to dispatch some of these core members of the team.
And it could be tonight. It's probably going to be tonight. If they are going to get rid of some of these older guys, the core dump salary, it's going to be tonight.
But here's the thing, too, and I have to mention this with this conversation. Teams around the NBA know how the ownership is going to operate. And if you know the constraints that team is operating under, they lose leverage. You lose leverage. So it's like, if everyone knows the game that you're trying to play, what's coming back to you, in any of these scenarios and sequences, it's like if you, like us here at the radio station, right? I often localize stuff, right? So like if we,
who's making the most money right now? DG?
If
we'll salary dump his ass.
Well, okay. So you said Dante. We'll just use Dante as a fictitious example. Right. If this radio station, if our boss knows that Dante is not going to get $1 more anywhere else in the market, why would they give him $1 more here? He doesn't have any leverage. Teams know how the Nuggets operate. So it's like, even under their own self-imposed restraints,
they've already shown their hand.
Yes, their hand is sitting there on the table, right? So it's like, I don't like how I feel. This is why I keep saying this. I don't like where we're at. I don't like where we're at with the Denver Nuggets. So we'll see what the next chapter looks like. There is a chance that there is a very upset fan base after sundown tonight. But we'll see. We'll see, because with new information.
I'm gearing up for it, ZB. I'm already ready.
All right, we'll see.
Boo! Come on, Denver. I'm already ready, Z.
All right, we'll see. If you want to react to that, RamosLaw.com text line 303-713-1043. Maybe we can read a couple of those. Also, you can hit us up on our YouTube chat powered by Champonda. There's something fun developing in Denver sports, and a lot of people are missing out on it. We'll talk about it next.
The Rockies' record may not show it yet, but the foundation is being built. Are we starting to see the right people finally in place to create a winning culture in Colorado?
They're going to play hard. They've got some emotion. You can tell, man, they got the right people. You know, we always talk about character and how character matters and having the right people. You can tell that team enjoys being around each other, right? Like they're building something there that's exciting. I still know that they're not as talented as you need. And they don't pitch as well as you have to and all that kind of stuff. I will say this, man, they're going to show up every night and they're going to play their butts off.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Hey, what's up, guys? Zach here on behalf of my friends at the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, talking to the fellas about something that you already know deep down in your heart, that intimacy matters. It actually matters a lot. And when erectile dysfunction gets in the way, it can be frustrating, embarrassing, and unfortunately even isolating. All right, the truth is, guys, most men don't have to live with ED anymore. It's 2026. All right, at the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, they use advanced medical science and proven therapies that go far beyond pills. Guys, I'm talking success rates well over 90%. They've treated tens of thousands of men just like you. So I hate to break it to you, you're not that special. ED is actually pretty common. All right, they're not new. All right, Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic has served the Front Range for nearly a decade now. All right, your initial visit, just $99. That includes a medical consult, a T and PSA test, and if medically advised, a test dose. It's real simple. The test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit's on the house. All right, so start the conversation. Stop living with ED. Call them 720-440-7900 or simply visit them online at RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
8 seconds. Man versus beast. Every second counts. The PRCA's Extreme Bulls Tour explodes into the legendary arena for 2 nights only, July 20th and 21st. Tickets on sale now at CFDrodeo.com.
Any jewelry store can sell you a diamond.
But there's only one family jeweler in Colorado that was literally built on them.
In fact, we've sold more diamonds to more couples for more years than any other jeweler in Denver. I'm Steve Williams.
I'm Dylan.
And I'm Shayna Williams. That's why we built Williams Jewelers of Inglewood, an entire store totally dedicated to celebrating your love.
All the world's top bridal designers, 10 times the certified loose diamonds.
And Denver's true diamond experts, like me, who will share their knowledge and passion and how to get the most diamond for your money, guaranteed.
So whether you're looking for the perfect diamond engagement ring,
or that second diamond celebrating a love of many years,
we have the perfect diamond for you.
That's why every day more couples say will you with Williams,
where Colorado shines.
Williams Jewelers, we can make diamonds a part of your life.
Williams Jewelers, the official jeweler of the Colorado Avalanche.
Walmart is proud to sponsor the Be a Mentor, Be a Fan football camp with 104.3 The Fan. Broncos alumni hosts and South High School coaches are teaming up to support Big Brothers, Big Sisters of Colorado and help inspire the next generation through mentorship, teamwork, and community.
Siltar Motors is loaded right now with certified pre-owned cars and trucks starting at $10,980. Everyone inspected, 90-day warranty, and a 5-day exchange. If you change your mind, any reason, done. Get the most for your trade-in at STHmotors.com. Takes 2 minutes and puts more money in your pocket. Shopping new? Ford and Lincoln employee pricing. You pay what they pay, thousands off. 66 years, family-owned, hundreds of vehicles. This is the deal you've been waiting for. STHmotors.com, Highway 36 in Wadsworth. Siltar Motors. Get everything you want out of a dealership.
Hi, this is Larry Jager with SCL Mortgage. We can offer you the best loan program at the best rate available. Whether you are purchasing, refinancing, or interested in a second mortgage, visit myspecialmortgage.com or call 303-790-2222, NMLS number 1200716.
When a semi-truck hits you, it's not always just a fender bender. First, it's the missed work. Then the medical bills pile up. And these big rig companies can move fast with teams of lawyers, investigators, and denials. If you're not ready, you're already behind. At the Berg Simpson Law Firm, we've handled these cases for decades. So if you've been struck by an 18-wheeler, call us at Berg Simpson today.
If you've been injured, call Berg Simpson for free now at 303-790-2525. BergSimpson.com. Good lawyers changing lives.
Hey, it's Phillip Lindsay here. Do you need a new roof, gutters, or exterior needs? Monarch is your one-stop shop, backed by 16 years of experience and over 10,000 satisfied customers. Their in-house insurance team fights for you, and their white glove service means every detail is handled with care. Competitive pricing, award-winning craftsmanship, And the only roofer the Denver Broncos chose to endorse. A proud member of Team Dave Logan, make the call to your home team, Monarch Construction and Roofing, the official roofer of the Denver Broncos.
Do Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms keep coming back? Tremfya, guselkumab, may help, with rapid remission achieved at 12 weeks and lasting clinical remission at 1 year. Some even saw visible improvement of their intestinal lining at 12 weeks and 1 year. Tremfya is a prescription medicine used to treat adults with moderately to severely active Crohn's disease and adults with moderately to severely active ulcerative colitis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Healing is possible with Tremfya. Approximately 3 out of 10 patients were in endoscopic remission at 1 year, based on areas visualized on colonoscopy, which may not represent the deeper bowel layer or entire GI tract. Individual results may vary. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today. Call 1-800-526-7736 to learn more or visit tremfyaradio.com.
Hey, it's Zach here. Summer is here, and 5280 Exteriors is kicking it off with a huge June offer. Get free gutter guards when you purchase a whole house of siding. Lock in your project now and enjoy beautiful new siding before fall hits. 5280 Exteriors, the altitude of quality.
This July 4th, join America 250 at America's Block Party at the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum, hosted by Queen Latifah and featuring Chris Stapleton and the Smashing Pumpkins. Get your tickets at america250.org/LA.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan is brought to you by ROX Rocks Heating and Air.
Listen up, Denver. This hour's keyword is plate. Plate. Text plate to 303-713-1043 right now for your chance to win a $250 gas card. That's plate to 303-713-1043.
By texting, you agree to receive an automated marketing message from Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Message and data rates may apply. For complete rules or to enter the keyword online, visit www.denversports.com/keyword.
You're listening to The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
All right, there's something fun developing in Denver Sport, and I know a bunch of people are missing out on it, and I am not here to shame anyone, by the way. Anyone.
You're missing out.
But I'm telling you, and we've talked about it off and on here over the last 3 months, this Rockies team has spunk. This Rockies team is plucky. They are...
some grit to them.
There is something to this group. And last night, to be down 2-0 in the bottom of the ninth to the Boston Red Sox, Coors Field was taken over by Red Sox fans.
I know. And guys, Z, the Red Sox, man, it's insane how bad they are. I thought the Red Sox were going to be good this year. And the Red Sox kind of have... You fired a bunch of people at the beginning of the season, which is insane.
Yeah.
And now they're just there, and still the fans show up to go.
Oh, it's one of the best
them.
fan bases in all of baseball. But Boston Red Sox, you think about everything that comes with that.
Yes.
Right? 31 wins. Colorado Rockies, 31 wins.
Come on.
Are you kidding me? So, like, by midnight tonight, the Rockies could have a better record than the Boston Red Sox. That's a sentence. That's a sentence. And look, they finished the game last night with 8 straight hits. Like I said, to come back in the bottom of the ninth to win 3-2. Jake McCarthy was just talking about this young man yesterday.
Yeah, hitting somebody in the face.
I saw him
hitting somebody in the face.
He did throw a ball up into the crowd to get it in the 200 level and smashed a 14-year-old girl in the face.
Good job. Good job, Jake.
He clearly he couldn't even have seen what happened. No. But I was right there. This is on Saturday, and I watched Jake McCarthy hit an inside-the-park home run and create one of the more electric moments at Coors Field that I just haven't felt in a handful of years, all right? And there he was last night hitting a 3-run triple down the left field line. And the left fielder, Jaron Duran, he could not field it. I mean, the ball took a weird bounce, and that carom, that bounce allowed Cole Carrig to slide in headfirst with the game-winning run, and it was just a electric moment. And I'm not going to sit here and tell you that the Rockies are relevant by baseball standards.
We know that, though. We've been warning everybody on the station, all our listeners, that we know the Rockies are not going to do well this year. They're not going to be a great baseball team, but competent. A team that fights, a team that has grit, a team that's fun to watch. That's what they're doing for us.
That's right. And we came into the season saying, okay, it was historically bad a year ago. What would pass for acceptable? What are we aiming for? Because we have an understanding of what you just said. You're not going to microwave a historically bad team to a playoff team. That was never in the cards. So what is? Competent and competitive. And that's what they've been here, right? So now you look up, and I'll give you a stat here in a second that encapsulizes that. But now you look up, they've won 3 of 4, 4 of 6, and 5 of their last 8. And how about this? Last year, the Rockies didn't earn their 31st win. This is psychotic. They did not earn their 31st win until August 12th. Guys, it's still June. We have another week left in June. They didn't win their 31st game until August 12th to bring them to a record of 31-88.
So we're taking baby steps.
In this
case, it's a big step.
Yeah, I think it's actually a big step. If you improve a baseball team by 20 games year over year, they're going to be the most improved team in the sport. Now, you're coming from the lowest point of any team in the sport. That's inherently true and built into this conversation. But they're actually giving us what we were asking for on opening day when we're actually I wasn't here on opening day, but
you're right. Enjoying the game, right? You're one of those big ass hot dogs.
I was
got you.
I was at the game, but the day before opening day, as we were setting the stage, 31-88 compared to 31-48. That's 40 less losses. Think about that. So last year, it was they won their 31st game on game 119. We're at game 79. That's 40 less games it took to 31 wins, and this is what it sounded like last night.
This is going to tie it up. The trailrunners carry. He's going to score out away and left. The Rockies win it. 8 straight hits between the 8th and the 9th, and the Rockies walk off the Bo Sox.
You can hear the energy behind the voice of Drew Goodman.
Yes.
And it stunned Red Sox fans. Like they're losing their mind. Type in go to social media and type in Rockies Red Sox and see the reaction from Bo Sox fans. They're losing it.
I mean, for the Red Sox, they're like, we can't even beat the Rockies.
Right.
We can't even beat the Rockies. When the world is going on. Welcome to our world. Red Sox fans, welcome to our world. And for the Rockies, they're getting better. It's going to take some time. They're not going to be good next year. But 3-4 years from now, what do they look like? These young guys like TJ Rumfield, can he continue to take the steps in the right direction? Dollander, when he comes back because he's dealing with that injury, what does he look like? And he was building up some steam. So, man, I'm enjoying just watching them. I'm enjoying being able to just sit my kid down, talk about the game a little bit more, see the guys hitting the ball so he can say, Daddy, did you see that? And then we go from there, Z.
Yeah, and so I hope you guys are allowing yourself to enjoy it. And if you're still on a self-imposed ban of the Rockies because what they've put you through, I got it.
No, grow up.
But when you're ready, I'll be here waiting for you, and I'll save you a seat. Now, let's be real. If you watch the game, they should have absolutely. I mean,
it was bad. It was ugly.
Them in the 8th inning. I mean, it was really something. As it just numbing decisions on the bases, just insane, really. But they won the game, and even the game that they lost 8-6 on Sunday, they were trying to sweep Pittsburgh, and they made it so interesting. They were down big, and they had a feverish comeback in the last couple innings and really made that a game to lose 8-6. So competent, competitive, they're checking those boxes, see if they can continue to really hold our interest. That's sort of where we're at. Okay, where does the Colorado Buffaloes win total stack up amongst the rest of the Big 12? It's alarming. That's next.
Parents, looking for a fun way to get your kid active this summer?
Are you kidding me?
Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan's third annual Be a Mentor, Be a Fan Youth Football Camp is back. Brought to you by Walmart. Saturday, June 27th at Denver South High School's All-City Stadium. Your child ages 8 to 14 will learn the fundamentals of football in a safe, hands-on environment from people who played the game at the highest level. We're talking former Denver Broncos Mark Schlereth, Phillip Lindsay, and Brandon Stokely, along with a trusted coaching staff from Denver South. And every dollar raised goes to Big Brothers Big Sisters of Colorado. So your family is giving back just by showing up. Sign up today at DenverSports.com/camp. That's DenverSports.com/camp.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Zach here from my guys at Homestrong. When it comes to your home's structure, experience matters. Homestrong brings over 2 decades in foundation repair and concrete work with the most experienced crews in the state. Their inspectors are highly trained, and your inspection as well as your quote, guys, they're free. From foundation repair to waterproofing, crawl space encapsulation to concrete replacement, even building new foundations, they do it all. They can turn your crawl space into a fully finished basement, start to finish. No other contractors needed. Financing is available, and they also have lifetime transferable warranties. You'll never go wrong with Homestrong.
Rob Dino here at BeatTheDA.com. I've handled over 7,000 cases, 300 trials. Let's face it, divorce is really impactful. You may have a controlling spouse. You may have a violent spouse. You may have been a victim of a domestic violence. You may be wrongfully accused of domestic violence. This all affects parenting rights. And let's face it, the kids are the most important. These are the things that need to be handled. They need to be handled appropriately by someone that's going to protect your kids and protect your rights. Hit me up at BeatTheDA.com, 720-706-5151.
The new 2026 Honda CR-V was made for Colorado, and Champ Honda is the place to get one. Whether you're navigating city streets or heading up to the mountains, the CR-V delivers the comfort and capability you need for all of it. Champ Honda has the largest inventory since before COVID, so you have plenty of great options to choose from. And with their one price, one person, 1 hour philosophy, you know you'll be treated fairly with no games or hidden charges. And remember, they never charge dealer handling fees.
Call 877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now or go to carsforkids.org.
Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Hey guys, boy Steve here today about my long-term buddy Troy Hansford. And if you're thinking about selling your house for any reason, now might be the time to sell, still get top dollar. Believe it or not, my guy Troy is still offering his $5,000 guarantee. What is it, you ask? Well, if he can't sell your house at your price on your timeline that you agree upon beforehand, bam, going to cut you a check for $5,000. Who else makes the offer? Nobody I've ever heard of. And he makes that offer because he continues to spend a ton of money marketing his listings, has about 100 families approved and ready to buy right now. And if for any reason you need to sell right away, Troy can buy your house, all cash, and he can close in as little as 7 days. You have a house to sell, Troy probably has that perfect buyer for you right now, waiting for you to pick up the phone and to call him. Call Troy, get your home sold for the most money. That's 720-944-33, 720-944-33. Troy Hansford of RE/MAX Professionals, a Colorado licensed broker. Some restrictions do apply. Want to sell your house? Then call my buddy Troy, 720-900-4433.
Switching your account numbers is hard. Being forced to switch, even worse. That's why at Belco Credit Union, we want to pay you to switch. From June 1st to August 31st, we're offering a $300 bonus when you open a new checking account with a qualifying direct deposit of $500 or more. They changed your account number. You can change who you bank with. Go to belco.org/switch for full offer details. Insured by NCUA. Membership eligibility required. Conditions and restrictions apply. Belco. Banking for everyone.
Stream Stokely and Evans with Mark Schlereth, Dover and Cecil, The Drive, and all your favorite shows on the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan app. Powered by Advanced Tax Solutions. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. It's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Where does the Buffaloes win total stack up amongst the rest of the Big 12? Buffaloes, your CU Buffs.
Let's go. Black and gold, baby.
Black and gold.
Here we go.
Man, almost man, I'm so curious of your reaction to the segment we're about to have.
Look at you, man, smirking from ear to ear, just smiling. Why, man? Why are you picking on me today? It's a Tuesday.
I'm not picking on you. So I saw a graphic. You know, Drew sent it to us in our morning email yesterday, and the graphic is from On3. On3, pretty recent college football, college sports outlet, but they cover things coast to coast, and they're doing a really good job. Have followed them for a few years now, and so they put out a graphic on social media, right? And it's got every win total in the Big 12. All right, so it goes a little something like this: Texas Tech, 11.5 wins. Are you kidding me,
man?
That is. Like, Texas Tech is great, and the money is flowing like honey down there.
Oh, yeah.
But that is a really tall order. There is no margin for error.
Well, this had to be before the Sorsby information, right?
No.
Oh, this is after.
Yes. Which, by the way, who's the QB at Texas Tech now? Now that Sorsby, Will Hammond, where did he come from?
He was there last year. He was their backup.
Okay.
So
but he came in. He beat Utah, really good Utah team last year.
That's right.
He played like 4 or 5 of the games last year.
Okay, that is like 11.5. Are you kidding me? Like, wow. Okay.
Somebody's drinking the red Kool-Aid, huh?
Man. Then after them, the next highest win total in the Big 12, it's Utah, BYU, and Kansas State at 8.5 wins. Following that, it's Houston. All right.
That's a tough team right there.
That is Willie Fritz,
Mm-hmm.
the master of the turnaround. I might take a flyer on them to win the Big 12.
Oh, okay.
Might just take a little baby flyer. Arizona also with a 7.5 win total, so they're the same as Houston. Following that, it's TCU, Arizona State Sun Devils, and Baylor at 6.5 wins. Dante Gomez, our resident Sun Devil, forks up. Where are we at when it comes to 6.5 wins for ASU?
Oh, the over. You kidding me? Kenny Dillingham? No, we're going to go.
Friend of the show. Friend
of the show. He did come on the show. I forgot about that. 8 or 9 wins, maybe 10 wins.
Hold on.
And don't forget, but by the way, don't forget what Kenny Dillingham said on this show before Bo Nix ever played it down in Denver. Do you remember what he said?
No, what did he say?
He made a big statement. Dante, you remember?
I think he said he would bet his career on Bo Nix.
I would bet my career that Bo Nix has success with the Denver Broncos.
Man, we need to get him back on. Just so he can have his like little baby victory lap as of right now, because since Bo Nix has been with the Denver Broncos, all the Broncos do is win and go to the playoffs.
Dude, that was such a big statement at the time because everyone was saying, the Broncos were crazy for drafting Bo Nix. He came, and I know that's his coach and Bo's his guy, but still to say that I would bet and he's saying it live on the air, I bet my career that Bo Nix has success, pretty cool. Moving through the Big 12 win total, still have not heard CU yet. We get to West Virginia.
They say the best for last, CB.
That's right.
Come on.
They get to West Virginia, Oklahoma State, Central Florida, Kansas, Iowa State, and Cincinnati, all with 5.5 win totals. 5.5. So you win 6, you go to a bowl game, you hit the over. You win 5, you don't go to a bowl game, you don't go. You don't hit the over.
You don't go bowling.
And the under hits. So I'm not very good at math, but there's 16 teams in the Big 12, And we've heard from Texas Tech,
Look at you,
Utah,
Z.
BYU, K-State, Houston, Arizona, TCU, ASU, Baylor, West Virginia, Oklahoma State.
I mean, you know how to count.
Central Florida.
You know how to count.
Kansas, Iowa State, and Cincinnati. That leaves one team left.
Who could that be?
The Colorado Buffaloes have the lowest win total in the entire Big 12 with 4.5 wins. We are all the way back to where we started with Deion's year one when it was 3.5 wins.
But come on. I mean, I understand there's a lot of turnaround. Deion and them did not do well last year. They only won 3 games. But you at least, if you're gonna put everybody else at 5.5 wins, put Colorado with 5.5 wins too.
Just to include them, right?
Just
So
to
they're not the
include
only
them
one
now.
like on the outside, like the
It's
one
like-
kid that doesn't get invited to the birthday party.
Exactly, man. Just include him. He can get into the birthday party and then make a friend then. But to have them on the outside where everybody's at least, battling for a bowl, I mean, I'm not too happy with it, obviously, because I went to Colorado. That's my alma mater.
Yeah.
But also, I believe that this roster is going to be a lot better than it was last year because of what Deion and the coaching staff has done this year. They went for these so-called lower division school players that nobody else wanted and plucked the really good ones out of those divisions and put them on the team and giving them the opportunity to play in the Big 12 or make a little bit more money for themselves and fight for one of those spots to show everybody that they belong in the big stage, and maybe they get drafted because of it. That's why I believe that the Colorado Buffaloes should at least be at 5.5 wins, right? Battling for that, ZB.
Well, I actually don't disagree with you. I've told you for months I really like the approach that they took this year. Now, some of it is because they have to take this approach. They don't have NIL money, and they're struggling to meet the threshold of the $20.5 million. That was last year's number. Now it's because it goes up, each year. So you have to go and just change your style of recruiting.
Yeah.
And look for proven players at smaller schools, proven production. Not guys that didn't play, but they have a Texas, logo. They have a Longhorn on their helmet, and so they'll thrive in Boulder. Not necessarily. I'd rather have Danny Scudero from San Jose State, one of the best receivers in the country,
really
a year ago, but he's at a lower level, and now he's in Boulder, and there's 15 other guys, not quite like Scudero, but that have like real pelts on the wall, just at lower levels. I think it's the right approach. If I had to pick over under right now, 4.5 wins, I'd have to think about it.
No, you don't.
But
you don't.
I'd probably I would, because I don't think they're going to win more than 5 games.
You don't think they're going to win at least 6 this year?
No.
Oh, we got to have a conversation at some point.
No.
Come on, Z.
No. I'll bet.
Come on.
You want to bet?
Yeah. Oh, I want to bet. I'm on a roll when it comes to betting anyway. I'm winning it in everything I bet.
Oh, by the way, yeah.
Yes.
We get an update on the Sorsby bet.
Yes.
Because we had a new chapter today.
Hey, the last person that bet me was Drew here. And Drew, man, you already know how that goes when you bet Mr. Phil the deal over here, man.
Well, you did have to wear a Josh Allen jersey for like a whole show at one point. But we can figure something out. I would say, but right now, if 4.5 is the number, I'd probably go over and have faith that they get to 5 wins. But we can have that conversation about 6. We'll put a pin in that and return to it.
Put a big old pin in that. I'm hitting the over on Colorado with 4.5 wins. They're going 5 at least.
Phil's taking the over on CU. Color me shocked. Who has
black and gold, baby?
Who has more pressure on their plate this season? Sean Payton or Bo Nix? We'll have that conversation next.
Does Denver's 2 MVP superstars need to win at least one more championship each in order to cement their legacies as all-time greats in their sport?
But if you are talking about legacies and you're talking about all-time greatness and you're talking about the idea of your players or your teams being remembered 20, 30, 40 years from now, and you really do care about legacy, then yes, Jokic has to win another championship. McKinnon has to win another Stanley Cup.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
If you have to deal with pain that causes you to struggle climbing stairs, can't kneel down, or even raise your arms, that means you don't play with the kids, golf with the guys, or get through a workday without exhausting pain. Hey, it's Mike Evans, and I'm here to celebrate what you can do. And that's exactly what QC Kinetics patients are doing, not bracing for the next jolt of pain. It's gone. They've moved on, back to living their lives. You've heard me talk about the team at QC Kinetics, and so many of you have been through their game-changing regenerative treatments, done right in the office. No missing work, no surgery, no long recovery. The inflammation calms down, the pain backs off. And they love hearing from you, how we here at The Fan help you dig out from under that long list of can'ts and get back to living your best life. So go find out what you can do. It's a good life out there, folks. Go live it to the fullest. Let's get rid of that pain starting now. The consultation's totally free to see if you're a good candidate. Call 303-900-8986, 303-900-8986, with locations in Aurora, Superior, Highlands Ranch, and the Springs. It's QC Kinetics.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. Did you know the IRS has programs specifically designed to help people struggling with tax debt? Powerful tax assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm, A-rated by the Better Business Bureau. Their award-winning tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $3 billion of tax debt for their clients. One call to Optima can start the process, helping to put an end to your worries about wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other aggressive IRS actions. Find the best options to solve your tax problems. Call the experts at Optima Tax Relief today for a free consultation.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Hey guys, it's Mark Schlereth. I just made one of the best decisions of my life. I got rid of my glasses. I went to Cutarelli Vision and had refractive lens exchange, RLE. I wore glasses for distance vision, but I got to that inevitable point in life where I was always needing those reading glasses just to do about anything, and half the time I couldn't find them. Seeing menus, texting, reading my computer, or studying film, it was a struggle. But now I see the world perfectly, near and far, without any glasses, thanks to Cutarelli Vision RLE, the perfect permanent solution to spending your good active years not needing reading glasses. And here's the cherry on top. You'll never develop a cataract. Dr. Cutarelli is Colorado's most experienced with over 90,000 vision correction procedures. You can trust him to know if it's the right time for you and RLE. Schedule your free Zoom consultation at ColoradoRLE.com. Cutarelli Vision RLE, no readers, glasses, or contacts, or cataracts. ColoradoRLE.com.
Colorado weather can be unpredictable, but your roof doesn't have to be. When hail, wind, or storm damage strikes, trust Colorado's best roofing. Locally owned and operated since 2012, and a proud GAF Master Elite contractor with an A+ BBB rating. They provide expert roofing solutions for both residential and commercial properties and work with all insurance companies. Don't wait for a small problem to become a costly repair. Schedule your free roof inspection today and get the peace of mind you deserve. Visit roofingcolorado.com.
Is your financial advisor managing your risk or just a spreadsheet? Hi, I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. Many financial advisors rely on target date funds, which are one-size-fits-all portfolios that don't know your name, your family, or your goals. And that passive management can leave you dangerously exposed. At Trajan, we look at the whole picture, not just the stocks everyone else buys, but the private market opportunities most advisors ignore. And as fiduciaries, we build a strategy around you, coordinating your investments, tax strategy, and estate into one cohesive plan. Your financial life deserves more than just a generic portfolio. Real planning isn't a stack of statements. It's the confidence of knowing where your income will come from for the next 30 years. Good enough isn't good enough for your family. It's time for a change. Schedule your complimentary consultation today. Call 855-TRAJAN-1. That's 855-TRAJAN-1.
Advisory services through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. Private equity investments require accreditation. Other services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
You can't always predict what's next, but you can be ready for it in a BMW SUV. The performance-driven X1 comes built for every journey, while the X3's sporty design and innovative technology keep your drive connected. The X5 blends performance with a commanding presence, or make it even bigger with 3 rows of luxurious seating in the X7. For every road, there's an X built to drive it. BMW, the ultimate driving machine.
Gebhardt BMW, your trusted family dealer since 1975.
KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. Powered by Regen RX. It's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay. Leading off with the big story of the day, here's The Drive with Zach By and Denver, Colorado's own Phillip Lindsay.
1 hour in the books. Quicker than a New York minute.
Here we go.
Hanging out with you here on a Tuesday. Man, we just went to commercial break, and what we talked about through the break was the Rockies.
The Colorado Rockies.
And it's been a minute. It's been a minute. But beating the Red Sox last night, and we'll get to the Sean Payton stuff here in just a second, but beating the Red Sox last night.
Feels good.
Hearing the energy, at Coors Field, and like I said, being there on Saturday and feeling the energy of that, inside the park home run, and the group has something to it. They have something. Now, in the 8th inning, it was the worst base running that I've ever seen. The third base coach.
Would you call it? Would you call it
criminal? Criminal. The third base coach sent. Who is it? It was Julianne. Sends him home. No shot of getting there. Like dead on arrival.
You just said it was criminal that man sent him.
Cooked. And you feel bad. The catcher's just waiting for Julianne to get home and to tag him. And then Willie Castro, he rounds second going to third, but the guy on third didn't go home. That means you got to go back to second, bud.
Come on.
And they're waiting for him.
That's little league stuff right there.
And it is little league stuff. It is. And so my son's making those mistakes playing baseball for the first time. And he's awesome at getting on base, but the thinking, how many situations, baseball is so situational. Yes. There's so many lessons to be learned. And so
we'll turn that game on for Big O and say, hey, look, even the professionals mess up.
No, that's a good point. That's a good point. I should probably do that.
You're doing better than them, Big O.
Man, I'll tell you what. But and they still won. And I was showing you guys videos in the break, these Red Sox fans, they were in the postseason a year ago and lost in the first round
to the
Yankees. And they thought they were going to make a big leap forward. And if the Rockies win tonight, don't let the Rockies win tonight, because they will have a better record than the Boston Red Sox if it goes down like this.
Come on.
Man,
They're battling with the Giants. Rockies were talking about they're battling with the Giants. I want to say the Giants are 31-46, and the Rockies are 31-48 right now.
Okay.
So they're right there.
All right, reaching their 31st win 40 games sooner than they did a year ago. Crazy. Okay. We can get back into the NBA draft stuff here in a little bit. Draft is in just a couple hours, all right? But we wanted to have this conversation. And you asked the question yesterday during your commercial break. I said, well, let's talk about it on the air. Who has more pressure on their plate this season? Sean Payton or Bo Nix?
Ooh.
And if you guys want to chime in, maybe we can read a couple responses on the RamosLaw.com text line 303-713-1043 or our YouTube chat powered by Sean Honda. Who do you think, Phil, has more pressure on them coming into the season?
ZB, I don't think this is, even close. Bo Nix has the most pressure put on him, not Sean. Sean has done his part. He has assembled this team. He has got the quarterback, got the offensive line together, got the coaching staff together. Now he needs the players to go out there and make the plays, specifically at the quarterback position, which is Bo Nix. It's time for Bo Nix to take that next jump, that next step. He's talking about how he wants to win an MVP, wants to win a Super Bowl. Well, how do you do that? You got to make those damn plays. Now that for Bo, it's like you have the offensive line that's seasoned. You have the running back that came back when J.K. Dobbins. You added depth with Coleman and R.J. Harvey that you can throw to him and he'll catch out of the backfield. You have Cortland Sutton back, and you added Jalen Waddle. You have Evan Ingram that he didn't forget how to play football. You're going to have to get him more involved. Put the pressure on Evan Ingram to catch the ball. You have a good defense that's going to help you stay in these games. And now for Mr. Bo Nix, what do? You have to be better in the pocket. You have to let plays develop so that you can hit for bigger runs or bigger passes. You have to be accurate with the football downfield when you're throwing the deep balls to Jalen Waddle and Cortland Sutton. And if you can do that, you're going to put your team in a better position to win these games where you're not having to deal with one-score games. And now you're starting fast and you're finishing strong, ZB. So this is all on Bo Nix this year. Going into year 3, what does Bo Nix do? You say you're healthy going into camp. So now you have to build off of what you did last year, get back into the postseason, and you got to make some noise again.
Well, I'm fully expecting him to be healthy for training camp. Yeah. I've seen some stuff out there, like there's like a Bronco account, which I like, but it was like they said he wouldn't be ready for. Do you see this? Like they said he wouldn't be ready for OTAs. They said he wouldn't be ready for mandatory minicamp. They said he wouldn't be ready for training camp. They said he wouldn't be, and I'm like.
Nobody said that.
I've never heard anyone say that.
Bo Nix is like, yeah, put that out there.
Yes, and it was showing love for Bo Nix, and it's all good. But
Yeah.
I personally have not heard anyone, and I'm not saying that it hasn't been said because maybe it has. I just haven't heard it that said he wouldn't be like he was. The first word out of the season was he's going to be good for OTAs. He's going to be good for the offseason program. Now, it turns out that wasn't necessarily true because he had that second surgery and this and that. But I think the doubt that he's not going to be ready for training camp. I don't know where that's coming from. If it's even out there,
somebody is making that up. And for Bo Nix, he knows that he needs to be ready for camp. He will be ready for camp. He's probably. I know he was on an adventure with his teammates at a lake. On a boat not too long ago.
Who was Bo?
Yeah, Bo was with his team. Evan Ingram, Troy Franklin, R.J. Harvey. Lucas Kroll made the roster. He made the list. And there was one more guy that was on the list that they were on the boat together. So they're doing some of the team bonding. Bo's going to be ready to go, but he needs to take that next leap as a quarterback. He's the franchise quarterback. All right, now it's about making those reads, getting to the line faster, checking to a play that makes more sense. All right, putting your team in better situations. Maybe it's about, hey, let's not throw the ball. Let's hand the ball off. Let's check to a run. Those are the things I want to see from Bo Nix throughout camp if he's going to have a really good year.
Do you remember the New York Giants boat picture?
No.
Really?
No, what happened?
Okay, you might have been in college at the time. Dante, do you remember the New York Giants boat picture?
Oh, of course. He might have been. It was around like 2016, 17. So Phil might have been too deep at that point.
Yeah. So it was
Who had the white powder, huh?
It was it was the New York Giants before a playoff game, right? I think they had like a bye. Did they have a bye or something?
They might have had a bye before like week 17 and going into the playoffs. And it was like OBJ and all that crew.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and at the time and
they flew down to Miami for like one day.
Yeah, they flew down to Miami for like a day. And they all took this picture, and they're all just like looking like just
stanced
like hard.
up on it.
Yeah, they're stanced up. I think someone was holding a blunt on the boat, and
they got like their Timbs on, and they're on a boat.
Yeah, yes.
Blunt in the mouth, huh?
That's right. And then they lost their playoff game, and like it's like spectacularly, and they weren't quite the same after that. Well, for Bo, I agree with mostly everything you said there in terms of like who has more pressure.
Yeah, who
on
has
their
more
plate.
pressure?
I mean, I'll say this, and you know this is triply true, that it's the NFL. There's pressure on everyone. You're the head coach of the Denver Broncos, and you're the quarterback of the Denver Broncos. So, like, there's a reason we're asking the question because those two guys are probably going to carry the most pressure with them.
They're under the most pressure all the time.
Yeah, and they're the faces of the football operation. And so, but ultimately, yeah, it's Bo Nix. It's Bo Nix. Bo Nix is the guy. He's the man in the arena. He's the guy with the ball in his hands. And he's the guy that I think, at least for me, there's injury questions, big picture, long term with him. He's got to stay healthy, right? And also, there's a lot of room to grow. And also, one guy just got a big boy extension, and the other guy is looking for the generational contract for the first time in his career. And he's still playing on a rookie contract. And if Bo Nix plays well this year and he stays healthy, you can be sure the Denver Broncos are going to meet him at a table and give him a contract in the hundreds of millions.
Lucrative contract, man.
I mean, probably around like $250 million, something like that.
That's what happens when you play the quarterback position and you're really good and you're winning a bunch of games and you're going to the playoffs every year. If Bo Nix can go to the playoffs again this year, that's 3 times.
3 for 3?
Come on, Z. And he was 1 game away from the Super Bowl and he wasn't a part of it because he was hurt?
Yeah.
This is why Bo's under a lot of pressure because you're back. You're healthy. And if you stay healthy, we should have a big opportunity to get to the Super Bowl. Now, we always say this. Winning is one thing, but getting there, the Denver Broncos should be in that mix of getting there, getting back to the AFC Championship and winning it this time, having a chance to go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, so I think for all those reasons, I think more pressure is on Bo Nix this year, but it's not to say that there's none on Sean. You know, Sean Payton.
What pressure is on Sean, ZB? Because he's taking a step back. He's not calling plays anymore that we don't
but
we don't know how much he's going to be calling the plays.
Yeah,
if he is.
Yeah, and we'll see about that. As we were told by Mike Kliss that he still is going to jump in for like the most important plays, which like I'm still trying to make sense of that.
Yeah, just stay back, Sean,
because the waters just get murky. The waters get murky. But Sean, I think there's pressure on Sean. I think it's a different kind of pressure. Sean is still, dude, Phil. If the Broncos offense is not good, Sean's still going to be part of those conversations.
Oh, Sean's going to take back play calling duties. If the Denver Broncos, let's just say they start 0-3, knock on your head, knock on wood, they don't. But let's just say they do. Sean Payton is calling plays from here on out. He is not going to put this season in Davis Webb's hands. It's going back in his hands, play caller. We all know how Sean is anyway. You talk to people in the building, Sean wants things done his way.
He does.
And he's very controlling. And so it is going to be interesting to see how much control he lets up on when it comes to someone like Davis Webb. Let Davis Webb take control at the beginning, show you that he can have success or he cannot, and then go from there.
Yeah, I just wish for Davis specifically that the schedule wasn't what it is, because the Broncos have been historical slow starters under Sean Payton anyway. And the fact you're opening up in prime time in Arrowhead, all right, and following up with a team that beat the brakes off you a year ago, really unlike any opponent in the regular season. Jacksonville just really controlled the Broncos that Sunday afternoon. And then you're going in week 3 up against the favorites to win the Super Bowl. And then you're traveling to San Francisco and to the Chargers with Harbaugh, who sort of has had the number of Sean Payton.
Yeah.
So and then your reward.
Yeah, don't forget
coming back home is you play the world champions.
My man said the reward.
So like it's one of these things. I would it's baptism by fire, right? The phrase baptism by fire is sort of meant for a situation like this for Davis Webb. But at the end of the day, Sean Payton is the head coach of the Denver Broncos. We are not going to be transferring frustration. Now, Davis Webb's going to be a part of these conversations, of course, but ultimately, the buck stops with Sean. So I think here's what I think. I think they're each under a lot of pressure. I think Bo Nix, his pressure is more tangible. It's more measurable. There's a contract hanging. Sean's pressure, now that he's got his extension and will likely finish his career.
Five more years.
5 more years. I mean, he'll likely finish his career as head coach of the Denver Broncos. I think his pressure is to be great and put himself in a conversation that, I mean, you're at the big boy table. If you coach 2 different teams to a Super Bowl, and let's just say you win it, and let's just go there, and he becomes the first coach in NFL history to win a Super Bowl as a head coach at 2 different stops. I mean, dude, you're talking about like
he'll tell that man nothing.
He won't have the Super Bowl number of Super Bowls of like an Andy Reid or Bill Belichick, but he will in his own unique way be a part of the GOAT conversation.
Well, then he's going to have to trust Bo. This is the Bo show. This is the Bo Nix show, just like it's the Patrick Mahomes show or the Josh Allen show. At some point, the head coach, the offensive coordinator, you got to take a step back and let the players, in this case the quarterback, do his thing. I can't sit here and say players make plays, players win games, and put the pressure on Sean, ZB. That's why I went with Bo Nix. Of course, there's always going to be pressure on Sean. He is the head coach. But Bo Nix, everything is right there for the taking. All right, Sean has done everything, and George Payton and Greg Penner, they have done everything they needed to do to make sure you're taken care of, that you're okay.
Yeah.
All the weapons that you need are all around you. The offensive line is right there protecting you. There are no excuses this year other than, Bo getting hurt, which he has no control over. But how does he help himself? By staying healthy, getting the ball out of his hands quicker, making the right decisions when it comes to running, maybe sliding or running out of bounds. Don't take on the hit. Handing the ball off and not always wanting to throw the ball more than you run it. Things like that will keep you healthy for a 17-game season. This is all on Bo now, ZB.
Yeah, if he can't stay healthy, and that the health is always going to be a part of a conversation until it's not.
Yeah.
That's going to be a whole different flavor of conversation that hopefully we don't have. On the RamosLaw.com text line, if Davis Webb is the prodigy the whole station claims he is, then he should be fine, right? Hold on. Don't clump us all.
Yeah.
We're not the Clumps.
No.
Right? That's Phillip Lindsay. Like, this is me. I've actually given pushback of, like, you almost like, if you're Sean Payton, you kind of have to roll your eyes here. This was the worst stretch of NFL football that the Broncos have ever played. Sean Payton shows up, and they're in the postseason conversation in year number 1 with a quarterback that he didn't even want.
Mm-hmm.
In year number 2, you're in the postseason with a quarterback that no one else wanted. And in year 3, you're hosting the AFC Championship game, but Davis Webb's the savior? No. The savior came here in 2023. Sean Payton has had such a heavy hand in this revival of a football operation. So
he's a culture builder.
He is.
He builds culture. He builds teams. He knows how to do it. Now, you're hoping that this offensive coordinator named Davis Webb can get the Denver Broncos over the top offensively, come up with these more creative plays in the red zone, or be more flexible with the play calling when it comes to different formations out there and receivers coming in and out of the games. Maybe not as many people coming in and out of the huddle. Right, keeping things the same, set formations the same for 2 or 3 plays, see how that goes. This is why Davis Webb is an offensive coordinator now, and this is why a lot of the players like Davis Webb. The one thing I will have to say, though, there's been a lot of players that have been happy with Davis Webb.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because it's like Sean has been here. Sean has done all that for the Denver Broncos in the offense, and yet the players want Davis Webb.
Right, and this goes back to Ben DiNucci in the after the playoffs when there was rumored that they could be handing over play calling, and he said something to the effect of, and I'm bringing up DiNucci because he was in the room with these guys a couple different times, when he said it would be the best thing for that building. That was such an interesting comment from someone who was inside the building.
Fresh mind, younger guy who has played the game recently. We know Sean has played, but like recently has a teammate like Evan Ingram on the team that supposedly he's going to unlock this year.
See, but again, like I think with Webb, I think there's a bit of an assumption. There's like a collective assumption that the Broncos offense is just going to be way better than it has been. And I would just say, like, obviously we're all optimistic that it's going to be because there is room for improvement with this offense.
What have you seen differently, though, in the OTAs, like the 3 practices that we've been able to attend? Don't you see the offense being a little bit more improved?
Yes.
Maybe?
Well,
from right now.
No, I don't.
No?
Have I seen enough in OTAs and 1 mandatory minicamp practice, or was it 2? 2. That,
and then you dipped off on me on the 3rd one.
I did not.
So Phil, I can't do it with you today.
That,
all right.
That did not happen. I see differences.
Okay.
But I'm not seeing defense being played like in the style that's going to be played on Sundays. So I would say I'm seeing differences under Davis Webb, but I'm not seeing enough in that setting that it's like it's going to be better. Like, that is an assumption. I want to see more from Davis Webb, the play caller.
No doubt. We need to see more. But from what I've seen so far, it seems like it has improved a little bit more when it comes to throwing down the middle of the field.
Yeah, I'd like to think so.
In that Sean has talked about, but yet Sean hasn't done. Right? And I know it's practice and it's scripted, and so it's a little bit easier because you might script a play to go against the defense, and the defense is going to let that happen. But what I'm looking at is someone like Jalen Waddle, who's going to bring a different dynamic, like we talk about all the time, to this receiver room and for Bo Nix, and be able to hit that middle of the field, opening up Cortland Sutton. Like, I see a more aggressive offense already, and even more creative offense when it comes to like some motioning, misdirection with the receivers going into the backfield and coming out of it. Jalen Waddle at some point may throw a touchdown pass this year. Who knows? But just getting involved more.
Yes, and I agree with most of what you're saying.
You should say all of it, Z.
I mean, dude,
agree with all of it.
I mean, when the Broncos were in the postseason, they're hosting the Buffalo Bills in the biggest game of the year, and Sean Payton is dialing up a touchdown pass to Frank Crum. Like, and by the way, you said it's going to be...
Who brought that in, Sean or Morton? We have to remember.
Oh, good memory, Phil. Yeah. Every once in a while, you impress me. That was Johnny Morton.
Johnny
yes,
Morton.
Yes.
And he was with...
He got fired by Detroit, and so they brought him on as a consultant for the postseason.
Yes.
Really good memory.
So it wasn't even Sean. I don't want to disrespect Sean. It was probably both of them putting their big old heads together.
No, but he did give Johnny Morton the credit on that. That's a really good reference point. But you say, it's going to be more aggressive, right? The let it rip, right?
Let it rip.
Hashtag. Throw a hashtag in front of that. Hashtag let it rip. Is that only the Rams and Jags attempted more passes of 20 yards down the field than the Broncos. So I'm not telling you the offense is going to be worse. I hope it's going to be the best in the league. But I think that we are collectively making an assumption about Davis Webb, and I just want to see it because I have one reference point, and it was a preseason game against Arizona. Now it's kind of sweet.
Yeah, it
was kind of sweet. I was there. I mean, it was kind of high flying, and I'm hopeful and optimistic. But I just don't want to. I don't want to set an expectation that is based on like literally never on a game day.
You know, this is what it feels like to me. 2016, when we had our success with Colorado, Darian Cheverini, you know him. He was with Texas Tech.
Yeah.
He was with Patrick Mahomes. He was brought in to
former wide receiver.
Yes, former wide receiver for Colorado and actually playing in the NFL for a while.
Yeah. He was a mid-round draft pick, I think, in the year Stokely came out. I think they were in the same draft.
So Coach Chev, he was a co-offensive coordinator with Brian Lindgren. And if you remember that name, Brian Lindgren was the OC.
I do remember that name.
Then he went and was the OC at Oregon State. Now, I don't know if he's still there.
Okay.
So they were co-offensive coordinators. They brought Cheverini in because of that run-and-gun, high-paced offense and also a little bit more swag. So Darian Cheverini comes in. He brings a little bit more confidence. He instills that confidence in us, and he brings that offense that's just high-flying, and everybody is on the go, right? It's high tempo. And going into that year, we just felt better about ourselves because of this young-minded guy that was fresh and he was like painting this picture for us like Sean loves to do. And we went out there and we trusted the process. In the first game against Colorado State, ZB, we put 44 on their asses because of just the high tempo, because of how much more Darian Cheverini used those receivers downfield in the middle of the field. Now, I know college and the NFL is different, but what I'm getting at is that the way I felt about Darian Cheverini is the same way I'm feeling about someone like Davis Webb.
And the players are
feeling about Davis Webb, where they're believing what Davis Webb is saying. Davis Webb is painting this picture of like more tempo, more aggressive downfield, hit in the middle of the field. We're still going to run the ball. You're still going to get a lot of runs.
You have to.
But we're going to score more touchdowns. And if that's the case, this first game against Kansas City, because I still believe that Patrick Mahomes is not going to be playing, I think we can see some fireworks this first game because you have an offense that has been together for a while. The continuity is there, and you're just adding a little bit of flavor, and you're sprinkling Jalen Waddle, who's going to open up that play calling sheet for you.
Well, I hope you're right, of course. And Joe on the RamosLaw.com text line, Joe Majestic, he calls himself, maybe that's his real last name. He said, what do you mean see more? You want to see more? He hasn't had time to show us anything. This is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm not holding it against him. It's not any negative slant, but we've never seen it. So I'm not going to just fall into the collective assumption that it's guaranteed to be better, right? You have to go prove it. That's a really hard league.
Time on task, right?
Time on task, yeah. Experience matters in all walks of life. And maybe he will be the second coming of Kyle Shanahan, or Mike Shanahan, or Sean McVay, or Andy Reid. And if he is, and we see that, I'll react to that. But I don't have that information yet, so I'm still gathering it. Okay, shifting gears. A blockbuster trade went down in the NBA that 5 years ago would have sounded insane. Is that story relevant to Denver? That's next.
You asked for it, you got it. Backed by popular demand, it's the Drives Brouhaha.
Big social brouhaha.
This summer, Zach and Phil are back on the road bringing their party to you. Last stop, Arvada. June 26th from 2 to 6 at Arvada Beer Garden.
There was quite a brouhaha.
Come find out what the commotion's all about. Head to DenverSports.com/drive for more details.
Guaranteed to bring the brouhaha.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Progressive's Home Quote Explorer helps you easily find and buy the right coverage for you. It's everything you've always wanted. Well, as far as a website that lets you shop, quote, and buy insurance in one place. But hey, maybe that is everything you've always wanted. Yeah, people have different types of dreams. And if all you've ever been searching for is a website that helps you choose home insurance rates and coverage, boy, do we have great news about Progressive's Home Quote Explorer. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurers. Comparison rates not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
Hey, Green Gobbler here. So you've got a clogged drain in your bathroom. Water in the sink's overstaying its welcome. You're spitting today's toothpaste on top of yesterday's toothpaste. You hoped it'd go away. Yeah, clogs don't just go away. I make them go away. I'm Green Gobbler, the only clog dissolver you need. I'm bleach-free, safe for your pipes, and I work. Guaranteed or your money back. Because I never met a clog that was gonna unclog itself. Green Gobbler. Let the gobbler get it.
You know that feeling, sitting at the kitchen table, staring at a stack of bills, wondering how you got here? Credit cards, car payments, subscriptions you forgot about. It all piles up. But here's the thing. If you own a home, you're sitting on the answer. American Financing can help you declutter your monthly bills into a single manageable payment. Their salary-based mortgage consultants look at your entire financial picture, not just one piece, all right? The average customer savings is $800 a month. You may delay 2 mortgage payments and may close in as fast as 10 days. Guys, there is never any upfront fees or obligation with American Financing. This is a family-owned lender, not one of those big banks where you're just a number. So pick up the phone and start that conversation at 303-695-7000. That's 303-695-7000, or simply visit them online at AmericanFinancing.net. NMLS 182334, NMLSConsumerAccess.org.
If you're considering sedation dentistry and want to learn more about it, Clarkson Dental can help. When it comes to your health, you want to make sure you know all the details. The highly trained professionals at Clarkson Dental have your answers. Learn more at coloradosedation.com.
Hey, it's Mike Evans. Restore your bald spot, reverse your receding hairline, or add volume to thinning hair with the same simple one-day treatment I receive from Dr. Tanya Pauls of Advanced Hair. Your own natural hair begins regrowing the very next day, and your new hair is guaranteed to grow. Advanced Hair has changed tens of thousands of lives, including mine. For your free consultation, $250 off and 250 free hair grafts. Call 720-459-HAIR. AdvancedHair.com.
If you're stuck in rush hour traffic, you have options. Contact Arby's, and Arby's today to get $1 fries and sliders between 2 and 6 p.m. Get $1 fries and sliders between 2 and 6 p.m. with any regularly priced food item only at participating Arby's.
Arby's, we have the meat. Summer is here. Celebrate America's 250th birthday with fireworks July 3rd and 4th, plus first ever giveaways like the City Connect mystery jersey and hot dog hat in July. Get your tickets now at Rockies.com/tickets.
It's hot out there. Stoke here from my team, ROX Rocks Heating and Air. Are you ready for one of the hottest summers we've ever seen? It might be time to cut your air conditioner and draft a new high-performing air conditioning system that will keep you and your home cool and comfortable. There are amazing financing options and incredible rebates too, only from the best ROX Rocks Heating and Air. Now play that jingle.
HVAC service, installation, repair. ROX Rocks Heating and Air.
Performance matters in intimate moments. Don't let ED ruin them. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, and I want to assure you that if you're like the vast majority of guys, you don't have to suffer with ED anymore. In fact, you might be pleasantly surprised at how the right treatments could positively impact your love life. At the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, our advanced medical therapies go far beyond pills. We have treatments that are effective in well over 90% of cases, and we offer specific and combinative treatments that can dramatically enhance both your performance and your stamina. You could even last up to an hour or more and bring a far greater level of intimacy to both you and the one you love, perhaps performing like you haven't in years. So call us today and find out why our advanced treatment strategies offer so much more. Your first visit is just $99 and gets you blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, advanced medical science to improve men's lives.
Hey guys, your boy Stink here. And if you're over 50, there's a good chance you're dealing with an enlarged prostate. Waking up at night, weak stream, all of it. Here's the good news. PAE, prostate artery embolization, is minimally invasive, done through a tiny pinhole, and you're home the same day. Most men who have PAE don't experience any sexual side effects associated with conventional prostate surgery. At Colorado Advanced Endovascular, their experienced team offers specialized prostate treatment with near zero impact on sexual function. Lakewood location, personalized care. Visit coloradoae.com.
For 90 years, Belco Credit Union has proudly called Colorado home. That's thanks to all our members who have helped us grow alongside our beautiful state. To celebrate our anniversary, Belco is offering a special low fixed rate on a new home equity choice line advance. If you've been waiting to start a new home renovation project, now's the perfect time. Go to belco.org/90 years to see full offer details. Equal housing opportunity lender. Membership eligibility required. All loans subject to approval. Belco, banking for everyone.
Hey, it's Zach here. Are you seeing cracks in your home's drywall or foundation? Call Homestrong. Their highly qualified technicians provide free inspections and quotes. With 20-plus years experience in the foundation repair and concrete industry, one thing is certain. You'll never go wrong with Homestrong.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan's brought to you by Williams Jewelers, the official jeweler of the Colorado Avalanche.
Want to partake in our contests? Check out the rules at DenverSports.com. Listen up, Denver. This hour's keyword is CHIP, C-H-I-P. Text CHIP to 303-713-1043 right now for your chance to win a $250 gas card. That's CHIP to 303-713-1043.
By texting, you agree to receive an automated marketing message from Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Message and data rates may apply. For complete rules or to enter the keyword online, visit www.denversports.com/keyword.
Every day at 3:30, the drive comes off the top rope to hit you with a 1, 2, 3.
Finally, The Rock has come back to Denver.
Tape your wrists, stretch your spandex, and oil your hair. Here's Zach and Phil with today's 3 count on the drive.
All right, let's come off the top rope with it. All righty.
You held it a little bit longer there, baby.
Man, a little bit more throughout the week.
Yes, sir.
All right, leading up to Friday, we'll be holding it as long as we can. A blockbuster trade went down in the NBA that 5 years ago would have sounded insane. Is there any relevance to Denver, Colorado? Man, oh man, oh man. The Giannis trade. Giannis Antetokounmpo going to the Miami Heat along with Bobby Portis. All right, the Bucks will receive a Tyler Hero, Khalil Ware, really exciting young big man, Jaime Jaquez. All right, the former UCLA star has carved a really awesome role down there in Miami. They also get the 13th pick tonight, a 2030 first-round pick swap, a 2031 first-round pick, a 2033 first-round pick, and a 2033 second-round pick as well. The Heat now pair Giannis with Bam Adebayo. Do you have a thought on the trade? And also, like, you know, as I said a couple minutes ago, 5 years ago, this team was winning the NBA championship. Yeah. And all thoughts were Giannis is going to be a Buck for life. And now it's been a little bit different because this has been contentious between he and the organization for 2-3 years in a way that it hasn't been for Jokic. There's been pretty good harmony. But also the Nuggets have fallen flat like Milwaukee has post-championship. Do you think there's, in any way, shape, or form, relevance to what has just transpired in Milwaukee to us here in Denver, Colorado?
I mean, it's something that we might be talking about after this year. Someone like, let's just say for Giannis, Giannis didn't want to leave Milwaukee. But for Giannis, it's like, are you guys going to help me out? Are you going to give the guys around me what they need so that they can help me win? And the answer was no. So for Giannis, like, it's time to move on. He's with the Heat, which I think for the Heat, it's like, man, you guys have a chance. You guys are back on top. Go get a couple rotational players to help you out when it comes to shooting. All right, you guys are going to be a great defensive team. And for the Denver Nuggets, you're looking at this like, man, we got to make sure we get this right for Jokic, because we don't want Jokic thinking like Giannis, saying he has to go elsewhere to win another championship. We have to start making him feel like we're trying here, so that he'll want to sign this contract, because he still needs to sign a contract. Jokic we're talking about.
Yeah.
And then you need to add guys around him so that you can have a chance. But with Giannis going to the Heat, man, the door is open for everybody to do something like that.
I'm very curious. You know, one of the things that would have to happen if the Nuggets are going to do this gap year approach and get under the luxury tax and the goal of the offseason simultaneously, yes, signing Payton Watson, but also shedding salary, this would have to be communicated to Jokic of like, here's where we're at, this is our plan, and you know, I think that his importance, like there has to be a dialogue. And I'm assuming there was when Josh Kroenke had him at the Liverpool game, right?
Yep.
And so I would like to think behind the scenes that this was all talked about. But there's also something else with Jokic that we are finding out literally in the last 24 hours. We'll get to it here in just a second because you're not going to want to miss it. And I think it's a really good thing. But it also, there's a question attached to it. and I'll make that make sense here in just a couple minutes. Will the Miami Heat with Giannis Antetokounmpo paired with Bam Adebayo being coached by who I think is the best coach in the sport, Eric Spoelstra, do you think the Miami Heat will win a championship?
I'm going to go and say yes. With Giannis, and he's still in his prime, still has that athletic ability. Adebayo still doing his thing. I guess he's better than Kobe, going for 80.
83, was it 83?
Yeah, it was something like 83. I'm going to say yeah, ZB.
Dante, will the Miami Heat, the reconstructed Miami Heat, win a championship?
I think they definitely go to one. I don't know if they win it. I think it's going to be tough with Wemby coming here, but they do have the defensive team for Wemby. Yeah. I mean, you can't draw it up better than that. You have Giannis to throw at him. You have Bam Adebayo to throw at him. You have Bobby Portis to throw at him.
Yeah, and also we just saw Karl Anthony Towns kind of lock Wemby down. Now, Wemby's still so young. Wemby needs to add a move, like a go-to move, and he doesn't really have one right now. Drew, will the Miami Heat, the reconstructed Miami Heat, win a championship under their new star player?
No, I don't think they will. I don't think there's enough around Giannis and Bam to make that big of a dent in the Eastern Conference. I still think Boston is better. I still think New York is better.
I agree with Drew. I do not think the Miami Heat, the reconstructed Miami Heat, will win a championship.
Will they get close to it?
Yep.
Okay.
They will. And they're in the Eastern Conference, and if they're healthy. But that's a big question about Giannis. This guy has been hurt 2 straight years. I mean, I think there's 5 calf strains. So there's been a lot of soft tissue stuff with Giannis that needs to be taken into consideration and baked into the Heat equation. All right, next in the 3 count.
1, 2.
So other NBA news here. Former Nuggets assistant Micah Nori will become the next head coach of the Portland Trailblazers. This is, oh my God, I'm looking at him from Minnesota. Chris Finch's right-hand man.
Okay.
Sorry, a little brain fart there. Spent time in Denver. Now, so you have now a collection of former Denver Nugget assistant coaches leading these other NBA operations. Nori is considered one of the top assistants in the league, but was still hired on an interesting deal. Reportedly, this is so weird. I've never heard of this. A 1-year deal with team options for years 2 and 3.
I don't know if I would sign that one, ZB. Like, I get a 1-year deal, and then you guys get to decide what I get to do or if I get to stay here or not. I'm good off that. Give me 3 years, guaranteed, buddy.
Man, Portland, we talked about how cheap they are.
Yeah.
They have new ownership, and they are pinching pennies. The Timberwolves kind of salary dumped Julius Randle in a 3-team deal with the Nets and the Bulls. That was interesting to see. So we got stuff happening left and right. There's rumors happening left and right with the Denver Nuggets, but nothing has actually happened. That may change here in just a couple hours from now, and we'll get back to that here pronto. Next in the 3 count.
1, 2, 3.
How about this, man? A twist and turn of a story with Brendan Sorsby. The NFL Today informs Sorsby that there will be no supplemental draft this year. So he is ineligible to play this season.
Damn.
What is next in this story? Does he try to go back to college football if someone will take him?
Nobody is taking that man because of what he did. He's dealing with an addiction, a gambling addiction. So you can't trust him at quarterback. And people were getting ready to blackball Texas Tech for having Sorsby on the team. So if he goes somewhere else, they're going to say, hey, look, we're not going to play you because Sorsby's on your team. So Sorsby's going to have to sit there, maybe go to the UFL, Canada. If he's going to want to play this year, he's going to have to do something like that.
I was going to say, like, what's best for him? Just sit out. And he's, from what I understand, he's going to get his NIL money from Texas Tech. So he's good financially.
Yeah.
I think it's $4 million, something like that. So he can sit out and just chill and go at the NFL next year and enter the draft. Or he can go to Canada, UFL. If you were in his shoes, what would you do?
Well, I'm already getting paid. I have $4 million. I still want to be looked at so I can get drafted higher if I have a chance to get drafted. So I'm going to probably go to the UFL. I'm going to go to the UFL. I'm going to make everybody look silly, and then I'm going to try to get to the NFL that way. You want to keep fresh. You want to keep going because you're at the quarterback position, and if you sit out for a year, you're a step behind. So you have to play either at the Canada League or the UFL, Z.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Oh, man. I'd probably just sit and work with a quarterback coach. You know.
But you can't simulate like the game speed.
Right. This is sticky, man.
He has $4 million. I mean, how my man gambles, that might end up being 2, 1,
or 8.
You're right.
You know.
Could be
right?
8.
That's a gambler minded me. You're talking about losing money. What if he doubles it, though?
Like you can get $8 million. He doesn't have to play, right?
All right. Who knows what's next in that story, but this is a very, very unique one, man. I've never seen anything like this before. Okay, Mike Kliss shot down a rumor within the Broncos. Can we co-sign it? We'll have that conversation in a couple minutes. But before we do, the images of Nikola Jokic that are popping up for Team Serbia are interesting in the best kind of way, but there's also a question about it as well. That's next.
The Rockies' record may not show it yet, but the foundation is being built. Are we starting to see the right people finally in place to create a winning culture in Colorado?
They're going to play hard. They've got some emotion. You can tell, man, they got the right people. You know, we always talk about character and how character matters and having the right people. You can tell that team enjoys being around each other, right? Like they're building something there that's exciting. I still know that they're not as talented as you need, and they don't pitch as well as you have to, and all that kind of stuff. I will say this, man, they're going to show up every night, and they're going to play their butts off.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan. Injury Insights, powered by Ramos Law. Taking a look at the latest sports injuries in Colorado and beyond. Here's Dr. Joseph Ramos with Zach By.
All right, Dr. Ramos, unfortunate news on the Colorado Rockies front. Former top 10 draft pick Chase Dolander moved from the 15-day injured list to the 60-day injured list. Warren Schaefer, manager, says it looks like UCL surgery. What is the UCL, and where does your head go here?
Oh, my gosh. This is terrible news, Zach. Yeah, the UCL is the ulnar collateral ligament. It's a little rubber band-like structure that basically connects your upper arm to your lower arm. It's that inside of the elbow ligament.
And what kind of recovery time is this? What kind of surgery, is this, Dr. Ramos?
Well, essentially what they're saying here is he's down for the Tommy John surgery. And of course, that is where a piece of tendon is harvested from the body somewhere. It's placed in the position of that ulnar collateral ligament. That ligament just gets subjected to such repetitive stresses with that forward thrashing, whipping movement of the arm that you do the Tommy John surgery. Unfortunately, here you ask for type of recovery. We're talking 12 months if he's fortunate, 18 months at the longest, Zach. I guess if I could say anything good about it, it's that many of these Tommy John surgery candidates come back actually better than before. That inner elbow is stronger than it's ever been after that.
Ramos Law. What makes us different makes us better.
In Colorado, relationships matter. That's why contractors across the Front Range choose Western Pacific for doors and millwork. 35 years of quality products, next-day delivery, and fast will call service. Visit GoWestPack.com. Western Pacific, local ownership, professional expertise. Behind every door is a story. Let Weichert guide yours with expert advice and peace of mind for all of your real estate needs. Weichert, the bright choice. Each Weichert franchised office is independently owned and operated.
Hey, it's Phillip Lindsay here. Do you need a new roof, gutters, or exterior needs? Monarch is your one-stop shop, backed by 16 years of experience and over 10,000 satisfied customers. Their in-house insurance team fights for you, and their white glove service means every detail is handled with care. Competitive pricing, award-winning craftsmanship, and the only roofer the Denver Broncos chose to endorse. A proud member of Team Dave Logan, make the call to your home team, Monarch Construction and Roofing, the official roofer of the Denver Broncos.
Why'd I go to the doctor? Working on the farm, my heart kept skipping a beat. I didn't think much of it, but my daughters made me get checked out. Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit notimetowait.com. Sponsored by Bristol Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
This feeling is brought to you by Aleve for back pain relief. What feeling is that, you ask? Well, it's the feeling you feel when you have relief from back pain. That move how you want to, not how you have to feeling. That keep going through your day without slowing down feeling. The kind that brings you back to yourself all day long without interruption. Oh yeah. Because Aleve offers long-lasting pain relief. Feel up to 12 hours of back pain relief with one dose. Feel Aleve. Use as directed for minor aches and pains.
You can't always predict what's next, but you can be ready for it in a BMW SUV. The performance-driven X1 comes built for every journey, while the X3's sporty design and innovative technology keep your drive connected. The X5 blends performance with a commanding presence, or make it even bigger with 3 rows of luxurious seating in the X7. For every road, there's an X built to drive it. BMW, the ultimate driving machine.
Gebhardt BMW, your trusted family dealer since 1975.
Walmart is proud to sponsor the Be a Mentor, Be a Fan football camp with 104.3 The Fan. Broncos alumni hosts and South High School coaches are teaming up to support Big Brothers, Big Sisters of Colorado and help inspire the next generation through mentorship, teamwork, and community.
This segment on The Fan is built by Denver Deck Builders.
One Wheel Broncos talk. Cecil Lammy and Andrew Mason bring the heat on Orange and Blue Today. The most passionate intelligence and in-depth Broncos coverage in the game. Weekdays at 5 p.m. on the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan YouTube channel. Hit subscribe at Denver Sports 104.3 and never miss another take. Orange and Blue Today, powered by Ramos Law, official injury law firm partner of the Denver Broncos. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan presents The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay.
All right, as we roll along, pictures are surfacing of Nikola Jokic with Team Serbia, and we have a little development on our hands.
Uh-oh.
We'll get to it here in just a second. Call it 12 seconds. Summer's here. That means road trips, but with high gas prices, you may question whether or not to take that trip. Denver Sports is here to help. Enter for your chance to win a weekly $250 gas card and a possible grand prize of $1,000. All you have to do is listen for the keyword every hour and text it to 303-713-1043 before that hour ends. The more keywords you enter, the more chances you have to win. For complete rules, visit denversports.com/keyword. Okay, so pictures and videos are popping up of Nikola Jokic hanging out with Team Serbia, working out before practices. What do you make of the images of Joker?
Yeah, I mean, me personally, I like what I see.
What do you see?
So what I see is a lean, mean fight machine Jokic. He's skinny right now, ZB.
Yes.
Really, really skinny. And I remember there was a couple games before the postseason started, and even in the postseason, where he was just heavier.
Yeah.
And we all know he went through a month where he was sitting there because of his hyperextension with the knee. He gets back. He's out of shape. He doesn't look like he did at the beginning of the year. But right now, ZB, he looks skinnier than he did at the beginning of this year.
Yes.
Which is insane to say because it's only been a couple months or about a month and a half now where they've been out for the Nuggets and just basketball in general, and he's looking really good, Z.
Dude, he looks amazing. He looks
kind of like me, right?
He looks he looks Phil. He looks like he did closer to the 2023 season.
Ooh.
When they won the championship.
Yeah.
And comparatively, like when we see Jokic this year, he was more trim than he was when he was younger, before he really, really stepped up the conditioning and just taking care of the body and doing all the right things.
Yeah.
Because for a while there, I remember people would not like when I said it, but I'm like, you can't look at his body and tell me that he has turned his life over to the game of basketball. And then it appeared that he did. And where he has been living here recently is sort of between the younger, chunky, not as committed version of Jokic and the 2023 season when he was just at the complete peak of his, physical profile.
Yeah.
And coincidentally, or not so coincidentally, that's when the Nuggets won their championship. This guy looks like he is down 25 pounds from the end of the season. It looks like 25, and maybe it's 30 with a body type of that's that big.
I mean, he looks really skinny.
And it looks like there's muscle.
Yeah.
Like in a way that we are not used to seeing from Jokic. And there's a couple follow-up questions, I think. One, I think there's a question about looking back, and then there's another about looking forward. We'll do the looking back one first. Why do you look 25 to 30 pounds lighter than you did at the end of an NBA season? That should not be the case. I remember asking the same question about Jamal. He comes into camp in shape this year. I'm like, how are you that much trimmer than you were at the end of an 82-game-plus playoffs season?
I think you know the answer to that, though, Zebe.
I think so, too. It's just dedication.
Yeah.
It's just dedicating yourself to it. So I think that it's amazing, these images of Jokic, but it's also at the same point, it makes me look back of like, man, was he really like not healthy in terms of like he couldn't keep himself and couldn't dedicate himself? Or is it just, was there not the sense of urgency that he seems to have right now to transform his body?
Well, but also, and you talked about this with AG, you're going through an 82-game season, which is brutal anyway. Basketball, it's long. Jokic is getting banged up. He's getting hit. You know he likes his liquor.
Yeah.
You know he likes to drink the beer.
Yeah.
And something that you just kind of get into a rhythm of is I'm going to play, and then right after the game, I'm going to drink. That's what NFL players do, what NBA players do. Like, that's just what you do if you drink.
Yeah.
And when you're doing that, you're messing your body up. You're not letting your body rest, recover, and you start to get pudgy because of it, or the beer, blows you up. And so my guessing is for Jokic, is he's playing, and I'm speculating here, but he's still drinking. And, so he's not able to recover, and now it's like, okay, like you're chubby because of that. But then maybe it's like, hey, I know I got to get rid of all this, and just getting rid of the alcohol in general is going to slim you down as fast as possible.
Totally.
And that's what it looks like is happening for my man. It's like he's getting ready for Team Serbia. All right, he knows that he's going to have to be at his best if he's going to help them win. And so he's focused right now. And maybe he's cutting out the drinking and the bad food that you
Maybe
would eat.
so. Honestly, maybe so. Because this is a version of him that it's like, whoa. But it's also, and by the way, and for those who are maybe confused or you don't have the information, when Phil is referencing how much Jokic loves to drink, we kind of already knew, but we definitely knew after he sat down for an hour-plus interview with his guy from Serbia, and it was a theme of the interview. It came up repeatedly just how much he loves. And look, no one loves our cocktails more than me. I'm not throwing shade. I'm just saying it was clear. It's clearly
something he loves to do.
He loves to do.
Yeah.
And so, okay, a question. So that's the question I had about looking back. The question I have about moving forward and looking ahead, it's not even just a question. I think it's more of a statement. This is why after, during the postseason when we're talking about, Jokic and his MVP candidacy, is that window of time closed? And I said, no, there will be a reminder stretch. And I look at that body and I say, this guy's going to be in the MVP conversation again.
That's how you feel.
Book it. Book it. Book it.
I mean, I don't want to doubt your Serbian king now. I don't want to doubt him.
I wouldn't.
I mean, yeah. But also, like, it takes a village.
Yeah.
It's the people around him that have to do their part so that he can focus on just himself and doing that part so that he can be in the conversation again. SGA, he's not going anywhere. Wemby, he's definitely not going anywhere.
And why would Jokic go anywhere?
Why would he?
Why would he? You tell me. The burden of proof is on you. You tell me.
He's not going anywhere. He's not.
No.
The team has to help Jokic out, though, if Jokic is going to be a part of these conversations again.
Well, we for years now, literally for years, we have said, Jokic, he can't get better than this.
Mm-hmm.
And then he somehow finds another gear. And then this past season, he's the first player in the history of the sport to lead the league in rebounds and assists in the same season as a top 5 scorer. And now I'm seeing his body transform again in the best kind of way. Book it. Book it. Book it. And you know what the narrative could be?
What's it going to be?
He finds even another gear, which seems impossible.
What does that look like?
And you know what the narrative could be? Dude, his organization did salary dumps. They're taking a gap year, and the Nuggets are still the 4 seed. It could create even more of an argument on his behalf. We'll see. We'll see. Book it. Top 2 finish for a 7th straight year. Book it. All right. Mike Kliss shot down a rumor within the Broncos. Can we co-sign it? We'll discuss next.
Parents, looking for a fun way to get your kid active this summer?
Are you kidding me?
Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan's third annual Be a Mentor, Be a Fan Youth Football Camp is back. Brought to you by Walmart. Saturday, June 27th at Denver South High School's All-City Stadium. Your child ages 8 to 14 will learn the fundamentals of football in a safe, hands-on environment from people who played the game at the highest level. We're talking former Denver Broncos Mark Schlereth, Phillip Lindsay, and Brandon Stokely, along with a trusted coaching staff from Denver South. And every dollar raised goes to Big Brothers Big Sisters of Colorado. So your family is giving back just by showing up. Sign up today at denversports.com/camp. That's denversports.com/camp.
What is going on, everybody? Phillip Lindsay here with the one and only Williams Jewelers. And guys, I know there's at least 50 of you driving down the street right now who are thinking about popping that question to your special somebody. And if that's the case, then guys, you need a diamond. So let me save you some time and money by telling you something as simple as this. Whether you're starting your next chapter with your perfect diamond engagement ring, or celebrating a new milestone, or finally just doing something special for yourself for once, this is where it's all going to begin for you at Williams Jewelers. So close your eyes and imagine the finest jewelry legends all in one store together, making you feel just like family, and their service is going to reflect that. So come shop the finest loose diamonds in Denver. They have every size, shape, and price range you can imagine, plus the largest selection of engagement ring settings I've ever set eyes on. And not only are they going to share the secrets of the business with you, but they're going to give you the best price in Colorado, guaranteed. So why wouldn't you want to create moments and memories for yourself and, of course, the ones you love by going to Williams Jewelers, the official jeweler of the Colorado Avalanche, Denver's first family of fine jewelers, located in Cherry Creek North on 3rd Avenue and also in Inglewood and Broadway and Bellevue. And don't forget to mention my name, Phillip Lindsay, when you step through one of those doors.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free exit info kit. 800-572-3344. That's 800-572-3344.
This summer, the Honey Pepper Pimento Chicken Sandwich and Pineapple Dragon Fruit and Sprite are back at Chick-fil-A.
Girl, it's back. We've been waiting. I love that honey pepper pimento sandwich.
And that pineapple dragon fruit and Sprite is everything. It's got that razzle-dazzle that makes you stop and say, okay, wait a minute.
I love the creaminess of the pimento cheese. It's savory, it's bold, it's flavorful.
Our faves are back. High five, girl.
Which fan favorite will you choose? Real customers paid for their testimonials.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Zach here on behalf of my friends at American Financing. Let's do some honest math. The interest rate on your credit cards, 20% or more. Your mortgage rate, much lower. So why are you sending hundreds of dollars a month to credit card companies when your home's equity could wipe out that debt? That's exactly what American Financing helps homeowners do. And they're doing it every single day for people just like you. Consolidate, collaborate, conquer. The average customer saves around $800 a month, and you may delay 2 mortgage payments and may close in as fast as 10 days. American Financing's salary-based mortgage consultants are licensed in all 50 states. No upfront fees, no obligation. Stop financing your past and start funding your future. Call them at 303-695-7000. That's 303-695-7000, or visit them online at americanfinancing.net. NMLS 182334, NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
Your roof's the single most important part of your house. Snow and high winds can damage your roof. Don't trust your roof to any fly-by-night roofing companies. Call the professionals at Golden Spike for a free roof inspection and tell them you heard about it on The Fan. They're a locally owned company and a Team Dave Logan member.
Call Golden Spike Roofing when your roof needs a fix. 303-942-1386. Golden Spike Roofing.
Summer has officially arrived. What's up, guys? It's Zach here. 5280 Exteriors wants to help you get your home ready before the seasons change. All June long, when you purchase a whole house of siding, you'll get free gutter guards, a limited time offer designed to protect your home and your wallet. Don't wait, guys. Book your project now and enjoy stunning new siding before fall weather rolls in. Visit 5280exteriors.com to schedule your free estimate. 5280 Exteriors, the altitude of quality.
For victims of drunk and drug driving, your grief is unique, but you are not alone. You always have a place at MAD. Call the 24-hour victim helpline at 877-MAD-HELP or visit mad.org.
KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. Powered by Regen RX. It's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay. You're listening to The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
All right, to our guy, Mike Kliss, who we love.
A.K.A. Thumper.
All right, he does have a nervous tick with his leg that he. You ever hear Mike do an interview? That leg is just restless.
I just think it's with us, man. He gets nervous when we start asking him questions.
No. It's not just us. That is just a long-standing thing with him that when he was doing phone hits, you couldn't hear. And then now he's doing the visual hits with the, he can see us and people can see him. But with that, he just has that nervous thump, 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 thump.
I'm thumping. That's why they call me Thumper.
And we love him.
Oh, yeah.
And he was on with the guys in the morning.
Yep.
And he shot down a rumor. It's not even a rumor. It's speculation, I think. Because no one's reporting on Marvin Mims and he could be on the trade block. And that's
yet.
That's who we're talking about. Not yet. All right? And this was Kliss really emphatically saying, well, you'll hear for yourself.
It's pretty obvious this team thinks it can win a Super Bowl in 2026. And your move going into training camp can't be to get rid of an all-pro returner. And he's a pretty good receiver. I know it's crowded, but his role, which is the Swiss Army knife type role, is still one of a kind. And Sean Payton does use him. Gets a lot of balls behind the line of scrimmage, and he gets a lot of balls downfield. He's still a weapon. They are not trading Marvin Mims. You don't do moves like that when you think the Super Bowl is this 2026 season.
What do you think?
This is what I think. I think Mike is right when it comes to the Denver Broncos. The Denver Broncos are not going to want to move Marvin Mims. Why would they? If Marvin Mims wants to be a Denver Bronco, they're going to say, sure, you're the best punt returner we have, kick returner, and also you're a weapon. And when we do give you opportunities, you take advantage of them. We need the depth. But I'm thinking of it if I'm Marvin Mims. We should be asking what Marvin Mims wants. Marvin Mims wants to get more involved. He wants to be playing every single Sunday. He wants a couple game plans around him. Not just going out there when a receiver gets tired or not just catching a punt. So when I'm thinking about this, I'm thinking about what does Marvin Mims want to do? I think Marvin Mims is going to get frustrated like he has in the past. He wants to get paid. And if you're not out there making plays, you're not going to get paid a lot of money. And he's going to want to be moved. He's going to be in camp this year and say, you know what? Trade me. Now the ball is in the Broncos' court to say, hey, we're willing to do that, or no, we're not going to do that. But I think this is going to come down to what does Marvin Mims want? And if I'm Marvin Mims, me personally, I would want to be traded because I want to get paid. I want somebody to have a vision for me. I want to get extended, and I want to be on the football field making plays, not just as a special team player, but as a receiver. I want to be able to show that I can run every route in the route tree and that I can be very explosive. I just need more opportunities more times than not. So if I'm Mims, I'm asking for the trade. Now, does it happen? Probably not. But I'm going to be vocal about it because obviously it's not getting done here and they don't have a vision for me.
Now, when you say vocal about it, you mean through his agent. You're not talking about like throwing a fit at practice.
No, I'm through his agent.
Yeah.
Be professional about it. Go out there, finish off this year if they say no, and then call it a day. But let your agent do the talking. We know that Marvin Mims changed agents for a reason, not just to sit here and be on the Denver Broncos and not get extended. So, like, be prepared for that. So, for Mike, you know, he may be right, but also he may be wrong. If Marvin Mims does not want to be here, will the Denver Broncos grant that wish for Mims and trade him? That's the question now.
And I would push back on Mike saying he gets a lot of opportunity.
Yeah.
He said he gets a lot of opportunity out of the backfield. He gets a lot of opportunity in the pass game. And I would just say a lot of opportunity to who? Would he agree with that? Because I'll give you an instance. Marvin Mims had 51 total targets this past season in 2025. 51. How does that compare to, and this is as the 63rd pick in the draft, how does that compare to someone like Troy Franklin, a 4th-round pick who was selected after Marvin Mims, right? So a younger player, 51 targets compared to 104. Troy Franklin had more than double the amount of targets in the pass game as Marvin Mims did. So, R.J. Harvey, as a rookie running back, had more targets in the pass game than Marvin Mims did. Evan Ingram, had 25% more targets in the pass game. So is Mims featured here and there? He is. But I don't think that he would co-sign 322 receiving yards on the season as what he's looking for.
No, he's looking for more opportunities, which he should be. He's looking to get paid a lot more money than what he's making right now because he can. One, he's an all-pro punt returner. So everybody needs a punt returner. It's one of the hardest things to do is catch a football. If you don't believe me, go out there and try to catch. All right, Jimmy Crawshaw's punt and see how that goes for you.
I cannot
Come
imagine.
on. And then you want to be implemented in the offense. And then when you sit there and you walk up the stairs, because what I've been told is Mims has walked up numerous times up to the front office or Sean Payton's office and asked Sean why he wasn't involved. But if you have to keep doing that, and Sean keeps on telling you, I'm going to get you more involved, and he doesn't, now he's just lying. And now it's like, dude, I got to move on from you. I got to go make my money if that's truly how he feels. And he may want to just stay here, win a lot of games. And when they ask him to go out there and make plays, do that. But I know that if I'm in a contract year and I want to be seen, it's probably not going to be here because Troy Franklin, he's taking that next step. And they have a vision for old Troy. Pat Bryant, we all know that Sean has a vision for Pat, and he's going to make sure that comes true.
Yeah.
So where does that leave Mims?
I just wonder, what they are not seeing from Mims over the course of 3 seasons that they thought that they were going to see when they drafted him 63rd overall. This is a premium draft pick. So there's something missing to his story on offense. If I were to speculate, and this is all that it is, it's his route running.
Yes.
On a down-to-down basis, he's not a natural route runner, and he hasn't showed incredible growth in that department. And so maybe they're just like, you want to know what? There's kind of a cap on how we can use you.
Well, see, he's been with the team now going on 3 years, and yet Sean hasn't put him in the best situations all the time.
Right.
Even when Mims opens up and makes explosive plays, all right, against the Cleveland Browns for a 94-yard touchdown. Last year in the playoffs against the Buffalo Bills, having pretty much the game-winning touchdown, and yet you don't reward the man with more touches, more opportunities? I mean, you might put him in the backfield, but everybody knows that once he's in the backfield, he's getting the ball because he's not on the field long enough to try to get into a rhythm. So and he's going to get frustrated. He's already been frustrated. He stated it, and I text you it because I don't like to read. But Marvin Mims had a little quote about how, he would love to be a Denver Bronco, and although sometimes he gets irritated and frustrated with what goes on, he's willing to do whatever it takes to win. And I'm just, I'm not saying it, word for word, but that's kind of what he was trying to get at. So he's frustrated, and that's why he changed agencies, because he wants to be acknowledged as a receiver and not just a punt returner, and he wants to be extended. And it may not be here with the Denver Broncos, and if it's not here with the Denver Broncos, it has to be elsewhere. So maybe Mims is the one that says, I want to be traded.
Yeah, and he said here recently, really, it's just whatever the team needs from me. Sometimes I'm not in the most fortunate situations. Sometimes I am a little irritated with my situation, but at the end of the day, I'm blessed to be where I am. With this possibly being my last year, I'm just going to enjoy it to the fullest.
So what does that sound like to you, Z?
It sounds like a frustrated player who doesn't love the situation he's in. I mean, if you're saying into a microphone, sometimes I'm not in the most fortunate situations, and sometimes I am a little bit irritated with my situation, what's he saying to his brother, his dad, his homie after a game?
What's he saying to his agent?
Right, there you go. Well,
his new agent.
His new agent. And what was his old agent saying back to him that got him fired?
My man wants to be in a place where he can get more opportunities. Why wouldn't you? Especially when you feel like you make big-time plays, which he does, and he's not rewarded for it. Don't be surprised if Marvin Mims asked for a trade during camp, guys.
Well, especially after reading that quote, I mean, we're just putting the clues down on the table, and now you have the quote from him at his football camp, admitting to the frustration. Man, not put in the best situations. This is probably my last year. I mean, goodness gracious. Okay, all right. We will see where this story goes because it's going somewhere. It's going somewhere. Okay, the NBA draft is just hours away. What are we expecting to go down on what could be a very busy night in Denver? That's next.
You're an all-star. Get your game on. Go play.
Does Denver's two MVP superstars need to win at least one more championship each in order to cement their legacies as all-time greats in their sport?
But if you are talking about legacies and you're talking about all-time greatness and you're talking about the idea of your players or your teams being remembered 20, 30, 40 years from now and you really do care about legacy, then yes, Jokic has to win another championship. McKinnon has to win another Stanley Cup.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Are you an adult with uncontrolled moderate to severe Crohn's disease symptoms and still packing a backup bag of clothes? Just in case? Skyrizi Risankizumab Risa can help you take control of your Crohn's. Feel significant symptom relief, including less abdominal pain and fewer bowel movements at 4 weeks. Plus, Skyrizi is proven to help people achieve remission and visibly improve damage of the intestinal lining. Individual results may vary. Skyrizi is a prescription injection medicine. Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines. Liver problems leading to hospitalization may occur when treated for Crohn's. Ready to take control of your Crohn's? Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 prescribed biologic in Crohn's disease.
Control is everything to me.
Learn more at skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKYRIZI.
Hey guys, did you know that 1 in 4 men over 40 have low testosterone? They have low energy, low sex drive, low motivation, and barely recognize themselves. But 100% of them can get it all back and feel like themselves again at Low T Center. Low T Center is the original TRT clinic changing lives since 2009. Their expert providers work to tailor TRT plans to every man to get his levels back to where they need to be. They can help you get your energy, your focus, and sex drive back. They can even work with most major insurance providers. So head over to fixmylowt.com and book your free testosterone test. Fixmylowt.com.
Who helps keep Colorado's wildlife wild? Our people do.
Hello, my name is Patricia. I've been with Chevron for over 17 years.
Her team uses GPS to track where mule deer and pronghorn roam throughout the seasons. This data helps us take their habitats into consideration when planning our operations.
When we created our comprehensive wildlife and conservation program, it was really about what was possible.
Learn more at colorado.chevron.com.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Zach here. General contractors, are you tired of working with 8 different subs for a single project? Homestrong is the answer. Their crews handle excavation, foundations, waterproofing, crawl spaces, and flat work. Visit buildhomestrong.com. You'll never go wrong with Homestrong.
I'm Rob Wilhite, and for nearly 50 years, my firm has been fighting for seriously injured car accident victims in Colorado. Serious accidents demand serious representation. We dig into every detail of your case, and we don't back down until we get you the maximum compensation you deserve. If you or someone you love has been seriously injured in a car accident, call the Wilhite Law Firm today at 303-GOOD-LAW or visit wilhitewins.com. That's 303-GOOD-LAW or visit wilhitewins.com.
Hey, it's Glenn.
And Tiffany.
Here with Denver Roof Pros. Denver Roof Pros is celebrating our 10th anniversary, serving the Front Range from Fort Collins to Colorado Springs.
Yes, we are. And there is so much more to Denver Roof Pros. We're not just roofs and gutters.
Check out our family of services at DenverRoofPros.com.
No matter if it hails, rains, or snows, nobody knows your roof like the Denver Roof Pros. Hey!
Brandon Stokely here from my friends at Roller Auction. Do you have items you're looking to sell?
Since 1976, Roller Auction has been conducting commercial and industrial auctions for Colorado government agencies, Fortune 500 companies, small business owners, secured creditors, individuals, and more. They have a large marketplace to showcase your assets, so don't wait. Visit rollerauction.com for a free consultation and turn those items into some cold, hard cash. Again, go visit them at rollerauction.com. That's rollerauction.com.
Colorado, it's time to take our recycling to the next level. That's why Recyclon Colorado is bringing you more curbside and drop-off service from peaks to prairies. Guidelines as clear as our skies, so you know what goes where. And the price? As free as gawking at bighorns on I-70. You deserve a recycling system you can count on, like your puffiest winter coat. And we're here to give it to you. Learn more at recyclon.org/Colorado.
Hi, this is Larry Jager with SCL Mortgage. It's home buying season in Colorado, and we can offer you the best loan program at the best available rate. Visit us at myspecialmortgage.com or call 303-790-2222, NMLS number 1200716.
AutoNation's July 4th sale means savings worth celebrating. Right now, drive new and used cars with zero down. Plus, make zero payments for 90 days. Thousands of vehicles, thousands in savings. Put zero down. Make zero payments till fall on all your favorite new vehicles. Don't miss out. Save now through July 4th weekend only. Hurry to your nearest AutoNation. Less stress, more go. 90 days to first payment on approved credit. Interest accrues from date of purchase. See store for details. Expires 7/5/26.
Hey guys, it's Mark Schlereth. I just made one of the best decisions of my life. I got rid of my glasses. I went to Cutarelli Vision and had refractive lens exchange, RLE. I wore glasses for distance vision, but I got to that inevitable point in life where I was always needing those reading glasses just to do about anything, and half the time I couldn't find them. Seeing menus, texting, reading my computer, or studying film, it was a struggle. But now I see the world perfectly, near and far, without any glasses, thanks to Cutarelli Vision RLE, the perfect permanent solution to spending your good active years not needing reading glasses. And here's the cherry on top. You'll never develop a cataract. Dr. Cutarelli is Colorado's most experienced with over 90,000 vision correction procedures. You can trust him to know if it's the right time for you in RLE. Schedule your free Zoom consultation at coloradorle.com. Cutarelli Vision, RLE, no readers, glasses, or contacts, or cataracts. coloradorle.com.
Stream Stokely and Evans with Mark Schlereth, Dover and Cecil, The Drive, and all your favorite shows on the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan app. Powered by Advanced Tax Solutions. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. It's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
The NBA draft is just hours away. What are we expecting to go down? Man, there is a myriad of options to choose from. And we'll make our best guess here in just a second. But first, is your kid interested in picking up the game of football? Join Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan for our third annual Be a Mentor, Be a Fan youth football camp presented by Walmart this Saturday, June 27th at Denver South All-City Stadium. Kids aged 8 to 14 can enjoy hands-on coaching from former Broncos like Stink, Phil, Stokely, as well as a staff of coaches from Denver South High School. All proceeds benefit Big Brothers Big Sisters of Colorado. For more information and to register your kiddo, head to denversports.com/camp. By the way, happy 50th birthday, Brandon Stokely, today.
Ooh, be stoked.
Big
man.
5-0. Big 5-0. Okay, Phil. NBA draft is just a few hours away. Man, there's rumors of teams calling about Aaron Gordon. And I don't know what's true, what's not. But this has been put out there. Teams calling about Aaron Gordon. And he's creating the most external buzz. You have thoughts that the Nuggets could attach Cam Johnson and his expiring contract to the 26th pick and try to move up maybe 5 to 7 spots in the draft, get inside the top 20. There's rumors out there that you could attach Zeke Naji
and the 26th pick together and just someone take Najee and the Nuggets don't even pick a player in tonight's draft. So there's a bunch of stuff out there. Again, what's rooted in fact? I don't know. What's fiction? I don't know. But we're fixing to find out here this evening.
We definitely are. But ZB, if you're the general manager, what are you doing? Who are you moving? And you have to move somebody, whether it's a salary dump or piecing someone like Cam Johnson to the first to move up. What would you do? Could be anybody.
If it's about shedding salary, which it could be a major focus of this evening for the Nuggets. If it's about shedding salary, and I know I've mentioned it, a lot of people don't like it, I would move on from Jamal Murray. Okay? Jamal Murray has been a great Denver Nugget. It's not necessarily a sweeping indictment, all right? You pay this guy a ton of money.
Yes.
All right? This is a, near max player. And he's not a good defender, but also Jokic is not a good defender. So I continue to say, you're probably tired of me saying it, Phil. I just don't think you're going to come close to winning anything in today's NBA when your two best players are your two worst defenders, and you're not trading Jokic. And so I think that's the one lever that you can pull that would be a dramatic shakeup to this core. It would free up a ton of money that you can then, you could use it right now.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's what the Nuggets are going to do. I think they're going to take a gap year, duck the repeater tax, and reset things, and then really go all in next season. No one wants to hear that. I don't want to say that, but I think that's what they're going to do. So that's how I would go about it. Jamal Murray's stock will likely never be higher than it is coming off his first and only All-NBA season, All-Star season. If you wanted to attach Jamal and the 26th pick together and try to move up, I mean, there's potential you could get to the 7th overall pick. Do I think that they're going to do that? Probably not. But I just think what just happened, it's gotten worse and worse here, and now you're a first-round exit. You won 2 postseason games.
Yeah, you're not close.
16 wins are what's required, and you're not close. And those are Jokic's words, not ours. All right? So 16 wins are what's required. You won 2. So you got halfway to a quarter of the way. Does that make sense?
Still got a lot to go.
Long way to go. So that was dramatic, what happened. I think you need to respond doing something in kind, responding with something dramatic. And I don't think that the Nuggets are ever going to win a championship again with Jokic and Jamal as their 2 best players. So I would, like I said, respond accordingly.
See, I say you keep Jamal, although I wouldn't be upset if you do end up trading Jamal off with the 26th pick, because now you are moving up into the top 10. You're going to get a really good player, a young player, and that's what you're trying to get. You're trying to get younger, okay, long, rangy, a guy that can play defense and also bring the scoring as well. That's what you're looking for if you're going to be in the top 10. But I'm looking for someone more like AG, where you can get his money off the books, right? His contract kicks in this year. And if you get rid of him, that's $32 million a year that you're getting rid of. So now you're under that tax, that luxury tax, and you can go and get another rotational player or a core player that plays really good defense that may be a little younger, and you keep Jamal for another year. You keep Jokic together, see how that looks, and you move on from there. I would look to move AG because AG hasn't been available for 2 straight years in the postseason. AG only played in 36 regular season games this year, and he's just aging. It's time. And so if you can move on from him and get something for him, you do that.
Phil?
Uh-oh.
Honestly, and it might be a little bit of fantasy basketball, but I would probably move on from both Jamal and AG.
So you just want to blow it up. But that's what you would be doing, Z. Like, right? Blow it up.
Well, did they win 2 postseason games and they had championship aspirations?
Yes.
I mean, we might be making this story, too complicated. This team is stale, and it's not good. It's not good, and it would suck to see, especially AG. Like, we love this guy, but if it's about winning a championship or trying to put yourself in the best position to win a championship, you need to do something drastic.
So you're expecting something to happen, no matter if it's like big or little. Is something going to happen?
Something's going to happen tonight. Yeah. Here's what I would be the most surprised at. no trades happen, and the Denver Nuggets pick a player at 26th overall.
So that's the most surprising thing that's going to happen.
Yeah, I like if that goes down and there's no trades and they just pick a player at 26, man, I'd be pretty surprised.
Well, if that is the case, are they making the wrong decision? And I'm talking about the Denver Nuggets. If they decide, hey, we're not going to trade any of these players, we're going to pick at 26, are the Denver Nuggets making the wrong decision?
Well, if that's what they decide and no trades are made and that continues to be the case moving forward, then Payton Watson's a goner.
Ooh.
I find it impossible to believe that they are going to re-sign Payton Watson and not blow the core up and make some real meaningful moves, because you could like and I have to remind myself, like, this is a choice. There is nothing saying that the Nuggets can't bring back AG and sign Payton Watson and bring back Cam Johnson. There's no on-court penalty. It's just financially punitive. And do I think that this organization is going to write a check for over $200 million? And in this scenario, if you keep everyone and sign P-Watt, you're going into the second apron? Yep. Do I think they're going to do that? No, I don't. So I am fascinated, like almost like morbidly though, like watching the draft with like most of my eyes covered, but like peeking out of like.
I mean, I feel like they're in a lose-lose situation though, Z.
Yes, they are.
Like no matter what they do, we're going to be upset. They move on from AG, we're going to be upset because we love AG. They move on from Cam Johnson, you're going to sit here and say, well, damn, he's in his prime. He's bringing some scoring, and actually he was the best player, all right, come the postseason at the end there against the Timberwolves, and now you're moving on from him. And if you don't make a move, we're sitting here saying, what in the hell are you doing?
Right.
Like, this team's not even close. And
right.
Jokic said that.
Right.
Truly, like, the Denver Nuggets seem like they're in a lose-lose situation tonight.
It is not good. and this is why you can talk it out from every angle. And I ultimately keep on falling on in the same place of like, I haven't heard a good plan yet. But this is the situation that they've put themselves in, and this is the restrictions that they put on themselves financially. So you guys can react to it. Maybe we can get into some of it. 303-713-1043 is the RamosLaw.com text line, or you can hit us up on our YouTube chat powered by Champ Honda. Okay, there's something really fun developing in Denver sports. Are you missing out on it? That's next.
You asked for it, you got it. Backed by popular demand, it's the Drives Brouhaha.
Big social brouhaha.
This summer, Zach and Phil are back on the road bringing their party to you. Last stop, Arvada. June 26th from 2 to 6 at Arvada Beer Garden.
That was quite a brouhaha.
Come find out what the commotion's all about. Head to DenverSports.com/drive for more details.
Guaranteed to bring the brouhaha.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Hey guys, boy Stink here today about my long-term buddy Troy Hansford. And if you're thinking about selling your house for any reason, now might be the time to sell, still get top dollar. Believe it or not, my guy Troy is still offering his $5,000 guarantee. What is it, you ask? Well, if he can't sell your house at your price on your timeline that you agree upon beforehand, bam, going to cut you a check for $5,000. Who else makes the offer? Nobody I've ever heard of. And he makes that offer because he continues to spend a ton of money marketing his listings, has about 100 families approved and ready to buy right now. And if for any reason you need to sell right away, Troy can buy your house, all cash, and he can close in as little as 7 days. You have a house to sell, Troy probably has that perfect buyer for you right now, waiting for you to pick up the phone and to call him. Call Troy, get your home sold for the most money. That's 720-944-33, 720-944-33. Troy Hansford of RE/MAX Professionals, a Colorado licensed broker. Some restrictions do apply. Want to sell your house? Then call my buddy Troy, 720-900-4433.
From the FIFA World Cup to competitive business environments, grand ambitions lead to game-changing achievements. At Bank of America, we're there to support businesses at every step, providing insights and expertise to help you gain an edge.
He shoots, he scores!
What would you like the power to do? Explore winning business solutions at BofA.com/gamechangers. Bank of America, official bank of the FIFA World Cup 2026.
Mike Rowe here with another fun fact. If your concrete is cracked or uneven, you can actually lift it back up. Whether it's a sinking driveway, a patio, or a sidewalk, do yourself a favor. Call Groundworks. I spent some time working with these guys. They're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to lift your concrete slabs. schedule a free inspection with Groundworks, the foundation and waterproofing experts.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
This summer, the Honey Pepper Pimento Chicken Sandwich and Pineapple Dragon Fruit and Sprite are back at Chick-fil-A.
Girl, it's back. We've been waiting. I love that honey pepper pimento sandwich.
And that pineapple dragon fruit and Sprite is everything. It's got that razzle-dazzle that makes you stop and say, okay, wait a minute.
I love the creaminess of the pimento cheese. It's savory, it's bold, it's flavorful.
Our faves are back. High five, girl.
Which fan favorite will you choose? Real customers paid for their testimonials.
If the world were like a Sleep Number mattress, everything would adapt for your comfort. Because as your life changes and your body changes, Sleep Number mattresses adapt and shift to give you personalized comfort night after night. And right now, new mattresses start at $1,500 during our 4th of July sale. To experience a whole new world of comfort, visit a Sleep Number store or go to sleepnumber.com. Sleep Number. To a good life sleep.
Hey everybody, Cecil Lammy here from my friends at SodaDietAndNutrition.com. 866-800-SODA is the phone number. And 5 years ago, I lost 60 pounds. 60 pounds gone, lost forever, and never coming back. Why? Because of the dynamic diet that their nutritionist specifically trained, customized a dynamic diet for each person like they did for me. They can do it for you as well. Everyone has different food sensitivities, responses, weaknesses, lifestyle, habits, and behaviors, so a one-size-fits-all approach doesn't work. Dynamic Diet highlights that personalized approach, and it's really that personal touch that takes Soda and puts them over the top. Online, SodaDietAndNutrition.com. 60 pounds down 5 years ago, and I've never gained it back, and those 60 pounds came off naturally. There's no mystery pills, no chemicals in my body. I'm not giving myself a shot every day. I'm eating the right things at the right time every single day. Because of SodaDietNutrition.com, Soda is, everybody say it with me, they're state of the art.
Do Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms keep coming back? Tremfya, guselkumab, may help, with rapid remission achieved at 12 weeks and lasting clinical remission at 1 year. Some even saw visible improvement of their intestinal lining at 12 weeks and 1 year. Tremfya is a prescription medicine used to treat adults with moderately to severely active Crohn's disease and adults with moderately to severely active ulcerative colitis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Healing is possible with Tremfya. Approximately 3 out of 10 patients were in endoscopic remission at 1 year, based on areas visualized on colonoscopy, which may not represent the deeper bowel layer or entire GI tract. Individual results may vary. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today. Call 1-800-526-7736 to learn more or visit TremfyaRadio.com.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Zach here. On behalf of my friends at American Financing, what if next month looked different? What if instead of robbing Peter to pay Paul, you had one clear payment and money left over for the things that actually matter? If you're a homeowner, that's not a fantasy. American Financing is making it happen. They're not going to judge you. They're here to help you. Everything is more expensive right now, and you're spending more on the basics than ever before. American Financing's salary-based mortgage consultants will give your paycheck a raise by lowering your debt obligations. Their average customer savings is $800 a month, and you may delay 2 mortgage payments, and you may close in as fast as 10 days. Guys, there's no upfront fees. There's no obligation. We all want to live without stress. Your home's equity could help you do this. So call them at 303-695-7000. That's 303-695-7000, or visit them online at americanfinancing.net. NMLS 182334, NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
Listen up, Denver. This hour's keyword is offside. OFFSIDE. Text offside to 303-713-1043 right now for your chance to win a $250 gas card. That's offside to 303-713-1043.
By texting, you agree to receive an automated marketing message from Denver Sports 1043 The Fan. Message and data rates may apply. For complete rules or to enter the keyword online, visit www.denversports.com/keyword.
Denver Sports 1043 The Fan presents The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay.
There's something developing in Denver sports It's kind of fun. If I'm just being honest, it's just kind of fun.
You enjoying the ride?
Yeah, I think I am. And what the heck are we talking about? We're talking about the Colorado Rockies, who last night strung together 8 consecutive hits to come back in the bottom of the 9th inning, down 2-0, and win 3-2. It was a walk-off, a Jake McCarthy 3-run triple. A 3-run triple to end a game? What?
The same Jake that hit somebody in the head with a baseball?
He did accidentally on Saturday. I was at the game. He chucked it up into the second deck and smashed a girl in the face.
He was just trying to be kind.
He actually was. He actually was.
Yeah.
But the same Jake McCarthy that with my own eyes watched hit a inside the park home run and brought a injection of energy to Coors Field in a way that, quite frankly, I have not felt in years, actually being there. And the same Jake McCarthy I just saw beat out a dribbler on a Monday, I think it was.
My man's just putting it together right now,
He's
ZB.
so fast, Phil. I mean, he is so fast. And watching that happen last night, and you beat the Boston Red Sox, the stadium's half full of Boston fans, and it was just hysterically fun to watch. And, you know, the rally in the 9th offset a pair of base-running blunders that ended the 8th. That was just like Mickey Mouse Little League stuff. So I got to be real and, you know, criticize
it was little
here.
kid stuff, man.
There was one that the third base coach sent Edward Julian home. It was dead on arrival. I mean, and I know that's a tough position.
But what did you say?
It was criminal. I mean, it was criminal. And so, and if you're Julian, you got to be like, dude, what?
Yeah, like,
I
what
can't
did you
see
just
the
do?
play. I'm relying on your eyes. And they're the catchers waiting for me at home plate, like enough time to prep a meal for tagging you out. And then Willie Castro, rounding second, went to third, not realizing the dude at third didn't leave third. So you got to go back to second there waiting for his ass, too. So it was.
That was Little League right there.
It was.
Come back.
It was.
You're not out yet. Come back.
But the Rockies finished the game with 8 consecutive hits spanning the last 2 innings. They're the first team since at least 1961, when the expansion era began, with 8 hits in the final 8 plate appearances. It was also the third time the Rockies earned a walk-off win in 9 innings when entering the 9th with 0 runs. And so, man, it's kind of fun. You take a step back. You take a step back, and no one is saying the Rockies are
good.
Right.
They're not good right now.
I'm not saying anything that they're not, but they have won 3 of 4, and they've won 4 of 6, and 5 of 8. And so they're playing competent and competitive baseball, which was the aim at the start of the season.
They got some grit to them. They're fun. They're having fun themselves, so that when you go to the ballpark and you watch them play, you're like, hey, they're enjoying themselves. I'm enjoying myself. And they're always giving us an opportunity to win. So you're sitting there in the 9th inning saying, okay, like, we have a chance. We have a chance. That's all you're looking for. And, of course, in 3 or 4 years from now, you're hoping that the Rockies have turned it around and that they're in the playoffs and they're contending. It takes time for that. You need the young players like TJ Rumfield, to continue to do what he's doing.
Yep.
Dollander to do what he's doing when he gets back, because he has an injury that he's dealing with. So, you want young players to stay and continue to grow. And then the older guys, like Moniak right there,
who just came back.
You know, you want guys like that to continue to do well so that you can keep them there to be the vet, or you trade them off to get more assets for later on.
And here's what you get, all right? And I'm not being critical of any other fan. I've said here for years, I'm never going to tell a fan how to fan, okay? But on the RamosLaw.com text line, 303-713-1043, guys, they're 19 games back. It's still pathetic. Hold on a second. I'm going to throw a baby challenge flag, okay? When we came into the season, we knew they were historically bad a year ago. Guys, like one of the worst teams in modern baseball history. So we knew microwaving, a historically bad team to a postseason berth, it was impossible. So what was the goal, right? It was to not lose 100 games. It was to be competent and competitive. Guys, they're on pace for a 20
game improvement year over year. That is incredible. And so is this stat. Listen to this. Last year, the Rockies didn't earn their 31st win until August 12th. Guys, there's still another week left in June. They didn't win their first game or their 31st game until August 12th, and that brought their record, I can't believe this is real, to 31-88.
That's crazy.
That's game 119 of the season. We're at the same win total, 31 wins, at game 79. It took 40 less games to get to 31 wins. And so if you had an actively working brain and framed this season appropriately based on the evidence of the last couple years, this is a massive step forward. Massive step. And this is what it sounded like last night. Listen to the energy inside of Coors Field.
This is going to tie it up. The Trailrunners carry. He's going to score by way and left. The Rockies win it. 8 straight hits between the 8th and the 9th, and the Rockies walk off the Mo Sox.
So here's what I'll say, and I'll just sort of leave it at this, because I know people don't want to hear anything about the Rockies. I'm actually watching the games, and they're pretty fun, guys. They're pretty fun.
You didn't watch them last year like that.
No, I completely tapped out. I refuse to spend my time doing it. I refused. I mean, you're 31-88 after 119 games, but I'm seeing something forming. I like Warren Schaefer. Dude, I used to watch every post-game press conference from Bud Black in 2017, 18, 19. I'm watching them in the pressers, and my interest is going up. As the team is sort of going up, the Penners now own 40% of the operation.
They do.
So
what does that look like in a couple years from now? That's what you have to think of. Some of these young guys, like I said, what do they look like? I mean, you got to look at the positive, because if you sit here and you look at the negative all day, yeah, you're going to be in the dumps. But the Rockies are fun. They're competent. They're out there competing. They're winning some games. They're on a roll right now. So enjoy it. Be where your feet are. And you go from there.
Someone on the RamosLaw.com text line went to the Rockies game last night, brought my boys. It was amazing. These Rocks are fun, man. That's all we can ask for at this point. And, someone else calling the conversation pathetic. Why are you guys talking about stop talking about the Rockies?
Damn.
Look, if they hold our attention in the way that they are now, I mean, they're playing 500 baseball in the last 22 games. So,
come on.
What did you expect? What did you expect? I'm seeing what I expected to see, or actually hoped to see. Okay, where does the Colorado Buffaloes win total stack up amongst the rest of the Big 12? And who has more pressure on their plate this season, Sean Payton or Bo Nix? Got a couple follow-up questions about that as well. We'll get to all of it as we are on the doorstep of 40 consecutive minutes of commercial-free sports talk coming up next.
The Rockies' record may not show it yet, but the foundation is being built. Are we starting to see the right people finally in place to create a winning culture in Colorado?
They're going to play hard. They've got some emotion. You can tell, man, they got the right people. We always talk about character and how character matters and having the right people. You can tell that team enjoys being around each other, right? Like they're building something there that's exciting. I still know that they're not as talented as you need. They don't pitch as well as you have to and all that kind of stuff. I will say this, man, they're going to show up every night and they're going to play their butts off.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Do you believe in love at first sight?
We do, and you will too when you see Tacori. Handcrafted in California, Tacori rings have design details you won't find in any other diamond engagement rings.
Including Tacori's perfectly engineered crown and windows of light created by Tacori's iconic crescent design.
It's the Tacori touch, and you'll find it at Williams Jewelers, Colorado's only platinum Tacori store. I'm Steve Williams.
I'm Shayna Williams.
And I'm Dylan Williams. You'll find all your Tacori jewelry at Williams Jewelers of Inglewood, along with one of the largest selections of certified loose diamonds in the state, all at the guaranteed best price.
So come, fall in love with the Tacori ring she's always dreamed of.
Tacori at Williams Jewelers of Inglewood,
Colorado's premier jeweler.
Williams Jewelers, we can make diamonds a part of your life.
Williams
Jewelers of Inglewood, where Colorado shines. On the corner of Bellevue and Broadway, the official jeweler of the Colorado Avalanche.
The soundtrack of summer is baseball at Coors Field. This July, don't miss the biggest celebration of the season. The spectacular post-game fireworks on July 3rd and 4th as we celebrate America's 250th birthday. Plus, score exclusive giveaways like the City Connect mystery jersey and the first ever hot dog hat on July 17th and 18th. Baseball, fireworks, and summer nights. It's all happening at Coors Field, and you won't want to miss it. Get your tickets now at Rockies.com/tickets.
Getting a little older doesn't have to mean, well, getting older. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic. And if you're feeling low energy, can't sleep, can't lose weight, are struggling with brain fog, or your sex drive is off, it's time to change it up. At the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, our advanced medical strategies featuring TRT, GH peptides, NAD+, GLP-1s, PDA, and more treat low T and other hormonal issues to help you shed pounds, have more energy, enhance your body composition, improve sleep, increase your sex drive, and so much more. Getting you back in the game again. So don't be older. Be stronger in the gym. Be sharper at work. Be better in the bedroom, and be more confident in every part of your life. So call us today and find out how our advanced treatment strategies could change the game for you. Your first visit is just $99 and includes blood work and a medical consult. And if you start on one of our advanced treatment plans on the day of your appointment, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
Featured therapies are compounded and have not been evaluated nor approved by the FDA. Provider prescription required. See website for details.
From the FIFA World Cup to competitive business environments, grand ambitions lead to game-changing achievements. At Bank of America, we're there to support businesses at every step, providing insights and expertise to help you gain an edge.
He shoots, he scores!
What would you like the power to do? Explore winning business solutions at BofA.com/gamechangers. Bank of America, official bank of the FIFA World Cup 2026.
In the military, the mission was clear. You knew what to do. Now, the mission has changed. Stepping into civilian life isn't about finding a job. It's finding your purpose.
I wanted a career that would leverage the skills and discipline I gained in the military. IT just felt right.
My Computer Career offers class schedules that fit into your life and skills in high demand. Put your VA benefits to work. Visit mycomputercareer.edu/CWP to jumpstart your IT career today. An elite CompTIA certification partner. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
There's a difference between the cameras you buy at Home Depot and the cameras Vantage installs. Consumer cameras give you a grainy silhouette. Vantage cameras can read a license plate at the end of your driveway with full color night vision, 24/7 recording, and no monthly subscription fees, so you never miss a thing. Invest in real security for your home. Schedule a free Vantage Threat Zone Analysis report for your property. Call Vantage at 720-366-7759 or visit VSSIColorado.com today.
Hey, Robbie Andino here at BeatTheDA.com. I've handled over 7,000 cases and 300 trials. My entire family's military, and I want to carry that legacy over to helping you grunts and officers out. If you've got a divorce going on, or you got a domestic violence, or heck, if you've even been put in handcuffs, give me a ring immediately. I've never lost a DV trial. That leads me to be a beast in a courtroom, in a divorce case, in a custody case. Let's face it, the paper-pushing telephone softies can't compete. Hit me up at BeatTheDA.com or give me a ring, 720-706-5151.
Denver Deck Builders builds more decks than anyone in Colorado. As their owner, Ron Gibbous, explains, it's because they work together so well with their customers.
There's going to be a project manager that contacts the customer 1 to 3 weeks before the deck. Once the crew gets there, there's a crew lead. Every morning when they get there, they explain to the customer, this is what we're doing today. Do you have any questions? Do you have any concerns? We really bend over backwards.
Start planning your ultimate outdoor living space with Denver Deck Builders. Go to ddbonthefan.com.
Choose one of Wendy's new Biggie deals. For a pretty Biggie deal, gotta be Wendy's. U.S. price and participation may vary.
Want real Broncos talk? Cecil Lammy and Andrew Mason bring the heat on Orange and Blue Today. The most passionate intelligence and in-depth Broncos coverage in the game. Weekdays at 5 p.m. on the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan YouTube channel. Hit subscribe at Denver Sports 104.3 and never miss another take. Orange and Blue Today, powered by Ramos Law, official injury law firm partner of the Denver Broncos. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. You're listening to The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay.
will just love to hate them.
There you go.
And we'll get to the Buffs win total in just a second. First, I got to remind you guys that this Friday, guys, it's our final stop of our Brouhaha tour. Just 3 of them this year. All right? This Friday, final stop, June 26th. Our show is going to be live 2 to 6 p.m. as we take the show back up north to the Arvada Beer Garden. All right? This Friday. Tell a friend, tell an enemy.
Come on.
We're going to be at the Arvada Beer Garden this Friday, 2 to 6 p.m. Okay.
You never know what you're going to get. Last time we were out there, we were arguing in front of everybody.
Yes, that is true. That is true. We started arguing about
wow. So this is what it looks like.
What defines a great season for the Colorado Avalanche? A great season. No, you got me going again now.
Oh, but that wasn't me though. That was Sakic.
Yes.
He's the one that brought it up and said this was a great season.
He did. He emphasized it a couple times.
You tried
too,
to take it out on me,
and you co-signed it. So only the Avs, we can all agree, are going to go win the championship, get halfway there, and it still be considered a great year.
Like, the window is still open for them.
It is.
You know,
it is. Okay, I'll let it go for now.
Put that pin in it.
Put that pin in it. Where does the Colorado Buffaloes win total stack up amongst the rest of the Big 12? All right, let's go through it here. Texas Tech has the highest win total in the entire Big 12. I cannot believe this is true. But Texas Tech, they have 12 games on the schedule, right?
Mm-hmm.
Their win total, this is nuts. Their win total is 11.5. Guys, that means in order to hit their over on the season, Texas Tech needs to go undefeated.
Now the odds of this coming out, this is before the Sorsby situation?
This is after. This is current.
After.
This is current.
Like, come on. Like, who's drinking the Texas Tech Kool-Aid? I know Texas Tech has all the money in the world, which they do.
Yep, they're getting a lot of, massive influx. Who's Joey McGuire is the head coach down there.
Yeah, and so you're telling me that like their odds in the points is 11.5? 11.5. You can go over.
Yeah, 11.5 wins. So they need to go 12-0 for the over to hit. That is insanity.
Yeah, come on.
That is nuts.
You hitting the over or the under on that one, Z?
Under. There's no margin for error. These kids can't have one bad day. Who are the toughest games for the Red Raiders this year? I think it's against Arizona State at home, as well as Houston.
Houston also
at home
at Texas Tech. They've at Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State team that's gonna be much better. But they got a pretty easy road there.
Crazy, but still no margin for error. Zilch, nada.
I mean, Arizona State should be easy. That should be an easy dub.
Was it easy last year up in Folsom Field, Phil? Me and you were both at that game. I saw you there.
Yes, it was not. Well, you know what? It should have been easy. Colorado should have won that game.
Should have.
They found a way
I'm pretty
not
sure
to.
ASU set like a single game rushing record,
if you
dude.
remember, is the quarterback.
I think we had 3 people go for 100 yards in that game.
That's unbelievable. Is that right?
Yes, just running the ball.
Oh, my God.
They couldn't tackle for anything.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, when CU, yeah, yeah.
Look at he's like, yeah.
Okay.
Let's just move on.
Okay.
I got called mean names in the parking lot afterwards. That's how bad you guys lost.
You shouldn't have been wearing Arizona stuff.
I got called mean names. Okay. Going through the win totals in the Big 12. Texas Tech 11.5. Then you get to the second tier. 8.5 wins. The Utah Utes, BYU, and Kansas State, all at 8.5. All right. Then you get the next tier. Houston and Arizona, both at 7.5. All right. Still haven't heard CU yet. The next tier down. TCU, Arizona State, and Baylor, all at 6.5 wins. All right. And then you have West Virginia, Oklahoma State, Central Florida, Kansas, Iowa State, and Cincinnati, all at 5.5 wins.
Still no CU.
Still have not heard CU, but the problem is, in a league of 16, I've already named 15 of the 16.
Yes, so CU's the one that you have to name.
That means CU and their 4.5 win total is the single lowest mark set by the odds makers in the entire Big 12.
I mean, come on. If you're going to do that, you should put CU at least at 5.5 wins, just like you did Cincinnati, Iowa State, Kansas. Like, put them all there. Group them all together because they're probably evenly matched, to be honest with you. It's not like Cincinnati is going to be this great team this year. We know that. That's why Sorsby left. All right, it's not like KU is just going to turn it around and go and beat Texas Tech and win 11 games this year. So put Colorado with the rest of the group, Z.
Just include them so they're not just off on their own.
Yes. Come on.
Like if you're gonna invite the class to the birthday, you can't just leave out like one kid.
No, if I'm inviting
everyone gets an invite.
Exactly. Everybody gets to go to the party. Don't you agree? We don't know what CU is going to be this year, but I do like what Coach Prime and the coaching staff is doing this year by going to the lower level division schools and getting those guys that play really well, moving them up, rewarding them for that, putting them in the Big 12. And now you're going to get a guy that really loves to play football that's going to fight for this opportunity because you never know. He may end up going to the NFL because of that. More opportunities. You're being seen on TV more times than not. I mean, hey, that's a reward right there. I like that Coach Prime is doing that. You know, bringing in Coach Marion for the offensive coordinator, bringing him in with the go-go offense. That's going to help out, bring a little bit more excitement. All right, Juju going into year 2 as the quarterback, which I think he's going to be the quarterback. I know Coach Prime hasn't announced it yet, but we know he's going to be.
I wouldn't lock that in yet.
Oh,
I would not lock that in yet.
You know, he's a 5-star recruit. He played a little bit, and he had flashes.
Cormani McClain was a 5-star recruit. Deion didn't play him. To his credit, to Deion's credit.
That's true. He's playing.
When he talks about Juju, when he there's a little but there when he talks about Juju. He's asked about his leadership. He's like, dude, you got to go be a baller first. Like, you have to go earn it. You can't just be a leader because, like, you speak up.
Yeah.
You got to be a hooper. And then that label comes. I do like the approach. I've said that to you. And now, it may be their only approach because they can't, buy these guys with NIL. They don't have it.
For sure.
Right? So, but I like it. You're responding to your situation. Go get proven production from lower levels, bring them up, and an opportunity to play in the Big 12. Danny Scudero is a good example. One of the best receivers in the country last year for San Jose State. And he was really fun to watch. You talking about a baller. That guy was a baller, but he's doing it at a lower level. What an opportunity to come up and do it in the Big 12. There's a handful of offensive linemen that have, bunch of starts at lower levels. So that's proven production. That's not, this guy couldn't cut it at Texas, but he's got a Longhorn on his helmet. Mm-hmm. Therefore, he's going to succeed here. So, that hasn't been working. So I like it. I admittedly also like the Brennan Marion hire, but there's a reason why they're the lowest win total. 5.5 would probably just be a little bit too rich. That means in order to hit the over, you're going to a bowl game, and I just don't think that's where we're at with the Buffs.
But there's all these teams that you shouldn't be at, and I know that we don't know them like that. But come on, Oklahoma State was horrible last year.
They were bad,
and I know they added the coach and the quarterback, but still, you got to go out there and hoop, right? You got to be a hooper. You got to hoop to show that you belong here. But yet you have them at 5.5 wins. Like, you clump them all together if you're going to do that. Come on.
They didn't clump them together for a reason. And here's the thing. When you go 3 years and you don't have a running back go for 400 yards in any of the 3 years, you lose the benefit of the doubt, right?
Just strictly running back.
They haven't had a 400. You guys haven't had a 400-yard rusher in a presidential term because they didn't have it the year before Deion got there either. With, I think, was that Carl Durrell?
Yeah.
So you lose the benefit of the doubt. You got to go earn it. Now, I will say this. If I was forced to decide to go over or under 4.5 wins, I'd probably go over.
ZB going over for the Colorado Buffaloes.
I would go over. I would bet on an upgrade with coaching and Brennan Marion, probably Deion delegating even more, right? I'm not even sure what he does up there.
Well, he's been quiet now.
He's been very quiet. He's been very quiet.
Not a lot of TV time, not a lot of although he was on Good Morning America.
He was.
He was doing that, but not a lot of attention when it comes to social media because he's all in. He knows he has to win this year. It's a win.
He's all in.
Put up or shut up.
So he went on the recruiting trail?
You know that.
Stop.
He was on that plane.
Stop.
He's like, I'm coming. Instead of I'm coming.
Oh my gosh. Until he gets out there and recruits like the rest of the country, you're not all in.
Oh.
So we'll see how this all ages. We'll see how it all ages. I'm sure everything's going to be great. So this is KKFN. This is KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver, and KARS FM Laramie.
There you go.
The 5 o'clock whistle, powered by Smart Local Union 9 sheet metal workers. Smart Local 9, where pride meets your future.
We are coming with it, and we are coming for it. It's Zach By and Phillip Lindsay, and we are The Drive, powered by Regen RX.
Woo! See, we got a system here now.
All right.
It's a lot going on.
There is a lot of moving parts. Yes,
What's
there
next?
is. Got new affiliates, new sponsors, same sponsors. Got to keep it all in check.
Keep it tight.
Kidding aside, obviously I'm having some fun with you, mostly. But I cannot wait for college football season. I cannot wait. I'll be locked in for every single game, and it's not just CU. Far from it. Because you want to know who's coming.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. It's that team up in Fort Collins.
Oh,
It's that team up. I'm just telling you.
With 6 wins? Are we
Six
going six?
6 and 6? Oh, no, they're definitely going to have more wins than the Buffs this year.
Oh, you don't know that.
I do know that.
Why are you so confident? Because of the Pac-12? Because they're in the Pac-12 now.
They are, which is no longer a Power 5 conference, right? Doesn't have that label anymore.
That's why CSU's in it.
And Jim Mora.
No, I'm joking.
Jim Mora.
He's a bad dude. I will say that.
Man, he is a proven concept at this point. And if you can go to Storrs, Connecticut, and win with UConn, whose stadium is a half hour away from the campus, I think he's going to be just fine up in Fort Collins.
What was his first year again, ZB? His first year in UConn. I don't think he won a lot his first year, and then the second year.
I'd be lying if I said I knew his first year at UConn offhand. But they won double-digit games in back-to-back years, if I'm not mistaken, with the Huskies. And late in his last year, they were selling the stadium out. UConn football. Are you kidding me? And so I think he's going to do awesome stuff up in Fort Collins, and we'll see how it ages here with both of these programs.
You know CSU's under his 3.5. Under over 3.5.
Over. Call that a smash spot. Over. It's not really 3.5, is it? Is it really 3.5? Jim Mora told me at the basketball game they're going to be in the Pac-12 title game this year. I believe my Uncle Jim. I'll ride with Uncle Jim.
You ride with Uncle Curtin. He got you far.
Yes, it did. Yes, it did.
Uncle Jim.
Yes,
win 4 games this year.
We shall see. We shall see about that. There's actually, and I'll talk more about this at a later date. There is a potentially really exciting quarterback up there. Put a pin in that, because they're having a competition. I know who's going to win the competition, and there's big things in the future of CSU football. So we'll see. We'll see. Remember who said it?
I'm remembering all this.
All right. Who do you think is under more pressure as we head into the Broncos season? Sean Payton to win in year 4, or does Bo Nix have more pressure on his plate?
Ooh, I love this one. ZB. This is no question. It has to be Mr. Bo Nix. Sean has done everything he needed to do. Built the culture up. Has given Bo Nix opportunities with the players, but also opportunities at the beginning of his career by just throwing him in there, saying, hey, you're not going to be behind Jarrett Stidham. You're starting right away. All right, Sean is sitting back. He even took a step back and said, hey, I'm even going to give you an offensive coordinator that you guys want. Bo Nix, I guarantee Bo Nix wants Davis Webb. So it has to be Bo Nix. Bo Nix, you have the weapons. You have the offensive line that has been together for a very long time, so you should be able to trust them. You have your running back, your starting running back that everybody says can be a top 5 rusher if he can stay healthy. So you have that on your side. Cortland Sutton is back, Mr. Reliable on third downs. All right, you added Jalen Waddle, a dynamic, explosive receiver that's going to open up the game plan for everybody. Evan Ingram is back, and it's on Bo Nix to get Evan Ingram more involved and put the ball in Evan Ingram's court and saying, hey, I'm going to get you involved, but you got to catch the damn football.
Right.
You have a defense that is going to be really, really good this year if they can stay healthy. Mr. Bo Nix, it's time for you to shine. You are 1 game away from the Super Bowl. You helped the Denver Broncos get to the AFC Championship game before you hurt yourself. It wasn't on you. It just happened. But you were the reason why we got to this point. Now it's time for you to take us over the hump, get us over that hump, and get into a Super Bowl. Winning it's one thing. We talk about that all the time, ZB.
Yeah.
But getting there, the pressure is put on Bo. Bo has called his shot saying he wants to win a Super Bowl. Obviously, he needs to, and he should, and he wants to win an MVP.
Yeah, he did
How do
say
you do
that.
that? You have to work on yourself now. Look yourself in the mirror. Be a better quarterback. Improve quarterback when it comes to pocket presence, when it comes to staying in the pocket, letting plays develop, hitting the middle of the field, trusting your receivers, trusting your running back, all right? Knowing when to run and when to get down so you don't hurt yourself. Things like that. And also identifying the defense. Right when you get out of the huddle, okay, I got you. I know what they're running. Cover 2, I'm going to get the run game going. I'm going to check to a run. Okay, it's cover 1. Let's get Jalen Waddle involved a little bit more, a deep shot downfield. Bo Nix has to make those decisions, ZB.
So there's a lot there. There's a lot there.
Yeah.
Now, where we definitely agree, there's more pressure on Bo Nix.
All right.
There is. And, first and foremost, and I know we all know this is just inherently true, he's got to stay healthy, right? And that's not necessarily under his control, right? But that has to happen. That's the first step. But also, like, you look at what Bo Nix is playing for this year. Bo Nix is playing for a lot. He's playing for a lot. There is a check waiting for him at the end of this season that will likely be $250 million if he stays healthy and plays well. $250 million. Like, think about that. And again, like, because we can't even comprehend what that looks and feels like and what it does for you and everyone you love and all this stuff.
You might have it.
Generations.
All those suites you're at.
Generations.
Got $2 billion in there, huh? $250 million.
The generation, like 10 generations after you. Think about that. 10 generations after you're gone.
Man, that's a lot of money.
And so, and look, he makes good money now. He's the 12th overall pick, so like no one's crying poor for Bo. But when that's waiting for you, and what you have to do is stay healthy and play well.
Lead your team.
Sean Payton just signed his extension. It may be the last contract, and if I had to guess, it's the last contract that Sean Payton will ever sign. So he's taken care of. He'll be here for 5 years, barring something unforeseen, right? And so because of what Bo is playing for, like Sean has pressure. Yes, he's the coach of the Broncos. There's gonna be pressure. Make no mistake. But I think Sean's pressure is just a little bit different. Like Sean has pressure of greatness. Sean has pressure that is a Hall of Fame, induction potentially. If he brings the Denver Broncos to a Super Bowl, he's a surefire Hall of Famer. I don't know if he is right now. Mike Shanahan's still waiting.
I mean, look what happened to Belichick.
That's true too.
You know, ZB,
That's
like,
true
come
too.
on.
That's true too.
That man's not first ballot Hall of Famer, then who is?
Dude, so
And I know there's some messy stuff with that, but come on, guys.
Yep. So it's one of these things where, like, if Mike Shanahan is not in the Hall of Fame yet, Sean Payton and his one Super Bowl, like, there's no assurances that he's going to be in there. Now, ultimately, I think he will be, but it's not guaranteed right now. You go to a Super Bowl, you bring two different teams to a Super Bowl and let him win one. If he wins one here in Denver and becomes the first coach to win a Super Bowl with two different teams, he won't have the number of Lombardi trophies as Belichick or Andy Reid, but he will be uniquely in the GOAT conversation for doing something that has never, ever, ever been done. So that's a different kind of pressure. You know, it's less tangible. Bo Nix's pressure is more tangible. Like, you can measure it. There's like the real finances waiting, like an actual extension that's going to change the history of your family forever. So it's different. And Bo's the man in the arena. Bo's the quarterback. He's the one touching the football on every single play. So yeah, so we agree. More pressure on Bo Nix over Sean Payton.
Put the pressure on Bo. Go out there and do your part. And you know what? One thing about Bo, what it seems like in his short career so far, he thrives under pressure.
That's so true.
Right, 11 one-score games. When you need him the most, he comes through for you. You're in the playoffs against Josh Allen.
So true.
Josh Allen.
And outplayed him.
He
did.
He little bro Josh Allen.
I don't know if he little broed him.
Hey, calm down. He little bro Josh Allen.
One of them had a broken foot. Well, the other one did by the end of the game too.
That is true.
But
one kept playing.
That's true. But no, he did outplay Josh Allen. Bo Nix, like, now there's room to grow. We know that, right? We've talked about that. But what's going to happen here, and this is going to be so interesting, and you know this doubly, infinitely more true than I do. When you're up for contracts in the NFL, they look for comps.
Yes, they do.
right?
Yes, they do.
Who is your quarterback profile? What does it look like?
Ooh, who would that look like for Bozy?
I know who it is.
Who?
I think it's Russell Wilson.
You think it's Russ?
Yes.
See, I thought you were going to go more like Drew Brees.
No, Drew Brees, look at the start of his career. He washed out of where he was originally.
That's
He was a
true.
reclamation project. Bo Nix gets drafted 12th overall, which is obviously a higher draft status than Russ. But Russ came in, immediately took the job, right? They had just, I think the Seahawks had just signed like Matt Flynn, I think, from Green Bay, who threw like 7 touchdowns in the final week of the season and like earned himself a deal. And he was supposed to be the plan. They draft Russ with a mid-rounder. Russ comes in and takes the job. But the success that Russell Wilson had right out of the gate in terms of touchdown passes and wins, that smacks of Bo Nix. And the stat was that no one threw more touchdowns in the first 10 years of his career after Peyton Manning than Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
And so you look at what Bo Nix has done since coming into the league. What has he done? All he's done is won. He's actually matched Russell Wilson in the number of wins in the first 2 years of a career, and look at the touchdown totals.
Win, no matter what.
He was past tense, the least thought of quarterback in his class, and he's thrown more touchdowns than all of them. So he's won more games than the rest of the class. He's thrown more touchdowns than the rest of the class. I think his comp's Russell Wilson. And you look at the contract that Russell Wilson got after he was off the rookie deal, it was the big boy contract. And that's what I think Bo Nix is going to get if he stays healthy and continues to have even similar success that he's had in his first 2 seasons.
Well, let's just say this. If Bo Nix stays healthy, he is going to have a great year because Bo Nix is not going to let himself not have a great year. The way that man works, he's going to have a great year. The way he's wired in big-time games, and we've seen it over and over and over, he's going to have a great year. He just has to try to stay as healthy as possible. How do you do that? Rely on the guys around you. Don't feel like you got to be Superman all the time. Yes, one of your biggest superpowers is your speed, or being able to run, get out of the pocket. But also, trust that offensive line is going to protect you. Trust that running back, whether it's Jonah Coleman, R.J. Harvey, or J.K. Dobbins, picking up that blitzer, trust that they're going to do their job so that you can step up in the pocket or climb the pocket, be accurate with the football, and move the chains that way. That's how you stay healthy. Getting the ball out of your hands as fast as possible, put it in your playmakers' hands, and let them go to work. If Bo Nix can do that and read these defenses better than he did last year,
right,
man, he can have a special year because the continuity with this team is there. The coaching staff has been together for a very long time. They're there. Bo Nix has to be the one to take them to that promised land. He has to do his part. That stay healthy.
Yeah, and that's the number one thing. And if you told me that you've been to the future and Bo's going to stay healthy for every game of the season, I would just assume he's going to play great.
Why? We're going to be in the playoffs.
That's for sure. And so my biggest question about Bo, not to say that he's a perfect on-field product right now, because he's not, right? You're 25th in completion percentage, right? So you throw it more than anyone in the NFL, over 600 passing attempts. So you're number one in passing attempts, but you weren't a 4,000-yard passer. You're 25th rather in completion percentage. When you attempt passes 20 yards down the field, your completion percentage is in the 30s. So like there's room to grow, but that's good news almost. After 2 years, if you've had the amount of success, it's one of the most successful starts to a career that we've seen at the position.
I was going to ask you, I don't think we like to argue with Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen, but I don't know, when it comes to a fast start, Bo Nix is better than Lamar and Josh when it comes to winning the games, which is crazy to think right now.
Oh yes, it's not even close. And forget even winning the games, just statistics. Just statistically.
So then why do
Josh Allen's first 2 years in the NFL, people act like this guy is such a developmental story. Josh Allen threw 10 touchdowns in his first season in the league. Threw 20 in his second season.
Yeah.
So look at Bo Nix's first 2 seasons. Josh Allen had 30 total touchdown passes. Now, obviously, he was running around too and using that as a bridge. It wasn't until year 3 that Josh Allen had the jump, and he went from 20 touchdown passes to 37 year over year. That was year 2 to year 3. What does it look like for Bo Nix? As long as he's healthy, year 2 to year 3. Bo Nix threw 25 touchdown. Just look at his rookie year. 29 touchdown passes his rookie season. That's one less than Josh Allen's first 2 years combined. So, yeah, like quite literally, if you're accounting wins as well as stats and like blending them together and using your brain and comparing them to previous quarterbacks, like, guy, it is one of the best starts to a quarterback career of all time. That's why if he does it again in year 3, even if he plays a little bit better, he is going to like potentially reset like the market for quarterbacks and what it looks like at this stage in the game.
But you know what, Z? Who's going to help him with that? Mr. Davis Webb. And that's why Sean Payton is stepping away a little bit. I'm not saying he's stepping all the way down. We know Sean's going to still be calling some of the plays.
Yeah.
But Davis Webb helping Bo Nix out, opening up Bo Nix's eyes a little bit to like, hey, this is what you should be looking for. We know that Davis Webb and Bo Nix have shared a room with a quarterback room, but now Davis Webb is calling those plays. They're going to be aggressive downfield a little bit more. They're going to hit the middle of the field a lot more than they did last year, ZB.
But I hope that that's the case. But when you say they're going to be aggressive downfield, they were the third most aggressive downfield team in the league this past year. Only the Rams and Jags threw it downfield more than the Broncos did.
But they're going to complete more passes.
That's the hope.
They're going to be accurate with it. One, Jalen Waddle's in the mix, right? Fast. He'll be able to catch up to some of those balls. Bo Nix understands that he's going to have to kind of tempo things down when he is throwing those deep balls. But also, this is where Davis Webb has to be more creative by opening up the playbook and getting some of these receivers lost. Cortland Sutton at times needs to be going down the field, and we're looking up saying, damn, why is he so open? Because there's so much creativity going on that it kind of loses a defense or a safety, and their eyes get lost in certain positions, and now you look up and there's a 50, 60-yard touchdown because of that. That's what you're hoping for, and I believe that's going to happen with Davis Webb. And Bo Nix and Davis seem like they're on the same page. They understand what they need to do. This is going to be a fun year, ZB.
Yeah, I hope so. Now, what I'm cautioning myself from...
Don't do that. Just enjoy the ride, Z.
Is, and I will, ultimately... And just to finish up the Bo conversation, because
go ahead.
I'm going to sequence into something a little bit different here based on something you said. My biggest question about Bo Nix is not his next step of development. If he's healthy, I'm just going to assume with the way that he works and the resources that he has around him, there's not a lot to be desired here, guys. Like if you're Bo Nix and you're looking around, and it's like, what's to the left and right of you? There's not a lot to be desired. So, and you have, a shiny new weapon as well in Waddle.
Yeah.
My biggest question is his health, right? And like this is going to be an inherent question in the back of my mind until it's not. And when I say until it's not, I think of Michael Porter Jr. It was the number one question with him, and he just showed up day after day after day. And at a certain point, we just kind of stopped talking about it.
So if Bo Nix goes a full season and he's healthy, you're going to stop talking about it.
Well, I kind of stopped talking about it here recently, and I get on the RamosLaw.com text line like, hey, you said you were so concerned. I still am, but what I'm not going to do is come in here every day and reset the concern. Like it is a big picture, long-term concern with his ankles, right? I think 5 ankle surgeries is highly unusual, okay?
What happens when you're a dog, you're a ball player, you're in the thick of things, EB. You know that.
The question is not like whether he'll come back for the first day of training camp.
He'll be there.
And I saw a popular Broncos account that I like, being like, they said he couldn't make it to day 1 of OTAs. They said he couldn't make it to mandatory minicamp. They said he wouldn't be ready for, and I'm looking, I'm like, I haven't heard anyone say that.
Nobody said that.
But that's not my concern. My concern is big picture, long term. The Broncos found him. Bo Nix is a franchise quarterback. So
it took you so long to say that, by the way.
He is. It didn't. I mean,
it did.
It was midway through year 2. Like, goodness gracious.
It did.
Like, you with your impatience.
Not yet.
Say it. He's played his 17th game. Say it.
Say it. We're in the AFC Championship game. Say it. Not yet.
No. That was during the regular season. But ultimately, it's like, okay, we have enough information. Like, this guy's a franchise quarterback. The Broncos found who they were looking for the past decade. And so my question about him isn't whether he'll develop as a quarterback. As long as he's healthy with his work ethic and the assets around him, he's just going to go up. He's just going to go up. So it would be the health. That's 1A. But with Davis Webb, I am trying to control myself of getting caught in the collective assumption that is happening in Denver, Colorado, that the offense is going to be just instantly better with Davis Webb. Someone who's never done this job before. Now, obviously, there's something to him. There's a reason that he's being anointed this way.
Yeah, and Sean's letting that happen. Like, that's unique for Sean Payton to be the first time that he stepped away from play calling. Now, we know that he's probably not going to step away for good, and he's going to be a part of the play calling. But this is the first time that Sean's saying, hey, look, somebody else is going to help me out.
It's a very big deal. It's a very big deal. And so I have belief in Davis Webb, but until I see it, I told you in the past, I struggle with faith, right? Faith is based on things not seen, and it's belief. And I've seen him be the play caller for one preseason game. That's it. Now, the preseason game was kind of sweet, right? It was against the Cardinals.
Yeah.
It was awesome. I was there with my son, and it was great. So that's a useful nugget of information. But until I see it, this is a really hard league, man. And sometimes these DCs, they figure out what you're trying to do, and so I just have to see it. And there's nothing
But aren't you seeing it, the 3 practices and the 4 practices we were at during OTAs / mandatory minicamp? Aren't you seeing a difference with the offense?
I'm seeing a difference. I'm seeing a difference in newness, and I am. But I'm not seeing there's only so much you can do in that setting, right? There's nothing that Davis Webb can do that will that can make me believe that this is going to be a light show. I have to be patient until we get into the season. It's nothing that he has or hasn't done. It's just a lack of sample size, and I feel like
you just like to be slow to the party. That's which is fine.
If you want to label me like that is A-okay.
No,
seriously,
truly.
it is.
I had to reverse so many times about the franchise quarterback. I was trying to leave your ass, and they were like, "No, you got to go back and get ZB."
Yeah.
I was like, "All right, fine, I'll do it again." You finally jump on board with this with Davis Webb. I'm not saying he's gonna be like the next Sean McVay, but what I'm saying is the offense is gonna be more explosive because of the weapons that Davis Webb has to play with. I mean, we're talking about someone like Marvin Mims that may not get opportunities like he did last year or the year before. He wasn't getting a lot anyway. But that man makes plays, and he's going to be sitting behind Troy Franklin and Pat Bryant. Like there's so many more weapons out there for Davis Webb to play with and be creative with that it's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. The feeling I get with Davis Webb is the same feeling I got with Cheverini. Coach Cheverini, who was our offensive play caller for the University of Colorado 2016.
Sure.
Co-offensive play caller. Brian Lindgren was the co-one with Cheverini.
So 2 OCs.
2 OCs, just like the Denver Nuggets.
I was just going to say, yeah.
But Cheverini kind of took control, and he had more of confidence, hey, this is what we're going to do. And we had the Texas Tech offense with Patrick Mahomes. And I remember going into that first game so confident, so ready, because Cheverini kind of instilled that in us. And we went out there, and I know it's CSU, but we went out there and put 44 on their butts. All right, and so what I'm saying is Cheverini and Davis Webb, one that Chev coached Davis Webb. But number 2 for Davis Webb is he does have that confidence. He is coming with the new school, with more explosiveness with his offense. And I think you're going to see it week 1 against the Kansas City Chiefs. One, because the Kansas City Chiefs are going to be without Patrick Mahomes. Put that in your back pocket.
We're going to make a bet on it. We're going to make it. Yeah.
And number 2, I just think that with these weapons and how fast Jalen Waddle is and Troy Franklin is and Cortland Sutton, it's just opening up the run game, and there's going to be more opportunities to score a lot of touchdowns this year.
Well, I'll say this. I do, and I talked about this with Mike Kliss about 3 weeks ago when we had him on. I do roll my eyes a little bit when we have this giddiness for Davis Webb to replace a guy who came in here, inherited the worst stretch of NFL football in the history of the Denver Broncos, coming off a 5-win season, and Sean Payton in year number 1 has the Broncos in postseason contention with a quarterback he didn't even want. In year 2 is in the postseason with a quarterback that no one else wanted. And in year 3 is hosting the AFC Championship game, and we're just so excited for him to step aside and Davis Webb.
Well, the players are.
They are.
Players are, ZB. That's why everybody else is excited.
I'm not even saying it
Sean
shouldn't happen.
stepped down. He didn't have to, right? He stepped down. So, obviously.
Phil, I'm not even saying it shouldn't happen. I'm really looking forward to this next, step in this new frontier of Denver Broncos offense. But let's, as Bill Parcells would once say, let's not break out the anointing oil just yet. Let's see it. I want to see it.
You're talking like Sean right now. You must be talking to Sean, ZB.
I'm not talking to Sean. But let's just put away the anointing oil. All right, let's not stitch the
All right,
Hall of Fame
look,
jacket
I
just
put
yet.
it back up. We're good.
Let's see what it looks like when he calls plays in his first ever NFL game. All right, hey, did you guys see the comments from Marvin Mims today? Very interesting. You'll hear them next.
Parents, looking for a fun way to get your kid active this summer?
Are you kidding me?
Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan's third annual Be a Mentor, Be a Fan Youth Football Camp is back. Brought to you by Walmart. Saturday, June 27th at Denver South High School's All-City Stadium. Your child, ages 8 to 14, will learn the fundamentals of football in a safe, hands-on environment from people who played the game at the highest level. We're talking former Denver Broncos Mark Schlereth, Phillip Lindsay, and Brandon Stokely, along with a trusted coaching staff from Denver South. And every dollar raised goes to Big Brothers Big Sisters of Colorado. So your family is giving back just by showing up. Sign up today at DenverSports.com/camp. That's DenverSports.com/camp.
Have you ever looked in the mirror and just didn't feel like yourself anymore? Maybe your clothes don't fit the way they used to, or you don't like how you look in them. Honestly, it's more than that. It's how you feel walking into a room, avoiding photos, skipping events, not feeling as confident at work or even with your spouse. Over time, it starts to wear on you. Here's the truth. Losing weight is one thing. Feeling confident again and keeping it off, that's what really matters. At Colorado Fat Loss, we help people lose 20 to 40 pounds naturally in about 60 days without injections, crazy workouts, or prepackaged meals. More importantly, we show you how to keep the weight off so you can feel comfortable in your clothes, confident going out, and actually like what you see in the mirror again.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here, and I lost 30 pounds in just 7 weeks. It was easy, and I've kept the weight off.
Many clients lose 20 to 40 pounds in about 60 days. Schedule a free weight loss consultation. Call and start to feel confident again. Go to ColoradoFatLoss.com. That's ColoradoFatLoss.com. Results may vary.
Performance matters in intimate moments. Don't let ED ruin them. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, and I want to assure you that if you're like the vast majority of guys, you don't have to suffer with ED anymore. In fact, you might be pleasantly surprised at how the right treatments could positively impact your love life. At the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, our advanced medical therapies go far beyond pills. We have treatments that are effective in well over 90% of cases, and we offer specific and combinative treatments that can dramatically enhance both your performance and your stamina. You could even last up to an hour or more and bring a far greater level of intimacy to both you and the one you love, perhaps performing like you haven't in years. So call us today and find out why our advanced treatment strategies offer so much more. Your first visit is just $99 and gets you blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, advanced medical science to improve men's lives.
Do Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms keep coming back? Tremfya, guselkumab, may help, with rapid remission achieved at 12 weeks and lasting clinical remission at 1 year. Some even saw visible improvement of their intestinal lining at 12 weeks and 1 year. Tremfya is a prescription medicine used to treat adults with moderately to severely active Crohn's disease and adults with moderately to severely active ulcerative colitis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Healing is possible with Tremfya. Approximately 3 out of 10 patients were in endoscopic remission at 1 year, based on areas visualized on colonoscopy, which may not represent the deeper bowel layer or entire GI tract. Individual results may vary. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today. Call 1-800-526-7736 to learn more or visit TremfyaRadio.com.
Is your budget feeling a little rocky? You dealing with an avalanche of spending? Are you trying to find the right financial nuggets? I've been there, trust me. Josh Dover here to tell you how my money is going further these days. That's why I like BOK Financial. It's why I love what they're doing with Let's Talk Money. It's about paying a little more attention to the financial stuff we all tend to avoid. Visit BOKFinancial.com to learn more, to learn how that money you're saving can go further. Let's talk money. BOK Financial, member FDIC, conditions apply.
Denver Roof Pros provides roofing repairs and replacements with fair pricing and a lifetime warranty. Front Range homeowners trust year-round.
No matter if it hails, rains, or snows, nobody knows your
your roof like the Denver Roof Pros.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. Did you know the IRS has programs specifically designed to help people struggling with tax debt? Powerful tax assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm, A-rated by the Better Business Bureau. Their award-winning tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $3 billion of tax debt for their clients. One call to Optima can start the process, helping to put an end to your worries about wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other aggressive IRS actions. Find the best options to solve your tax problems. Call the experts at Optima Tax Relief today for a free consultation.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
I think one of the things that patients don't realize is that when they get a joint replacement, that's not a lifetime treatment option. And they're probably, if they are a younger patient, signing up for multiple surgeries down the road.
As a physician and medical director for QC Kinetics, Dr. Caravelli's seen a pattern of trending joint pain. Prolonged medication, steroids, then surgery, possibly another surgery.
So a lot of our patients are trying to avoid or put off surgery, and this is the treatment that can help them do that.
QC Kinetics extracts your body's healing substances, concentrates them back into your aching joints to help heal and restore those areas, providing lasting relief.
Oh, I love being able to tell my patients, before we do this surgery, let's try another option. Let's see if this is right for you, because now they might not have to have surgery at all.
Call today for your free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 303-900-8986. That's 303-900-8986. 303-900-8986.
Hi, this is Larry Jagger with SCL Mortgage, letting you know about our second mortgages for anything you need, including home improvements, paying off debt, and more. Visit us at myspecialmortgage.com or call 303-790-2222, NMLS number 1200716.
This segment on The Fan is brought to you by Homestrong, Colorado's foundation repair and concrete experts.
Listen up, Denver. This hour's keyword is juggling. Juggling. Text juggling to 303-713-1043 right now for your chance to win a $250 gas card. That's juggling to 303-713-1043.
By texting, you agree to receive an automated marketing message from Denver Sports 1043 The Fan. Message and data rates may apply. For complete rules or to enter the keyword online, visit www.denversports.com/keyword.
It's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay on Denver Sports 1043 The Fan.
All right, very interesting comments from Marvin Mims. So Mims is having a football camp for kids, which is an awesome thing that he's doing. You're a part of the same thing this Saturday.
Yeah.
And you can still get involved with that, by the way. If you want to get your kid involved with that youth football camp on Saturday and get coached by Stoke and Stink and Phil at Denver South High School's All-City Stadium, go to denversports.com/camp. Every dollar goes to Big Brothers Big Sisters of Colorado. The last day of sign up is tomorrow. Okay, thank you, Dante. So if you're on the fence, you gotta get that in. All right. Okay. So Marvin Mims, very interesting quotes. All right. Let me just say this. Let me set it up the right way. So we've been talking about this on and off for a couple weeks now. All right. And Kliss on Friday came on the air with us. He's like, I don't think they're moving on from Marvin Mims. He doubled down and said it more emphatically this morning.
It's pretty obvious this team thinks it can win a Super Bowl in 2026. And your move going into training camp can't be to get rid of an all-pro returner. And he's a pretty good receiver. I know it's crowded, but his role, which is the Swiss Army knife type role, is still one of a kind. And Sean Payton does use him. Gets a lot of balls behind the line of scrimmage, and he gets a lot of balls downfield. He's still a weapon. They are not trading Marvin Mims. You don't do moves like that when you think the Super Bowl is this 2026 season.
All right. Now, I would give pushback to Mike when he says that Marvin Mims gets a lot of action out of the backfield and a lot of action downfield. All right. And what I would point to is simply the facts. And I'm not picking on Mike. I'd say this if he was on the line with
What's
us.
the facts?
He had 12 carries the whole year. Is that a lot?
No, that's not.
I don't think so.
17 games.
Right. So you're getting less than 1 carry out of the backfield per game. Okay. So when your number of carries starts with a 0, you can't frame it as a lot. How about the targets in the pass game? Marvin Mims had 51 targets on the season as the 63rd overall pick in the draft.
Yeah, that's a second-round draft pick, guys.
That is, remarkable considering when you have a 4th-round draft pick and a younger player in Troy Franklin had more than twice as many targets, 51 compared to 104. So, and you know who I think would disagree with Mike as well? Marvin Mims.
Mr. Mimsters himself.
And now we have the proof. From his football camp. Listen to this quote. All right. Okay. He said he's proven the type of player he is, and I'm reading this from my buddy Zach Stevens' Twitter account. He stated he's proven the type of player he is time and time again when given the opportunity. Quote, really, it's just whatever the team needs from me. Sometimes I'm not in the most fortunate situations. Sometimes I am a little bit irritated with my situation. But at the end of the day, I'm blessed to be where I am. With this possibly being my last year, I'm just going to enjoy it to the fullest. Whoa.
I mean, it's right here. So when Mike's saying this, he's speaking like he's the Denver Broncos. If you're the Denver Broncos, of course you don't want to give up Marvin Mims when you know that you can win a Super Bowl and you need the depth. Why? Because last year, Marvin Mims comes in handy. Receivers get hurt like Pat Bryant. I want to say who else got knocked out by the end there in the Buffalo Bills game.
Pat Bryant and
I think there was one more.
Yeah, who got
Troy? Troy had a hammy.
Oh, you're right.
Hamstring. So
you're
it was
right.
Troy and Pat Bryant. So who would you have to rely on? Marvin Mims. Marvin Mims comes up big for you, ends up catching the game-winning touchdown. So you need that depth. So yes, if you're the Denver Broncos, you want to keep Mims, and he's a special team genius, right? When it comes to catching the punt and kick returns, you want him back there. He's an All-Pro punt returner for a reason. It's very hard to catch punts in the league. If you don't believe me, Jeremy Crawshaw, I call him Craneshaw like ZB. You can lay him punt to you. You try to catch his punts. See if you can. I pretty much know everybody out there probably can't. So, yes, you want to keep Marvin Mims. But nobody asked Marvin Mims what he wants.
Right.
And it sounds like Marvin Mims, if he has an opportunity to be traded somewhere where there's a vision for him and they will extend him, Marvin Mims is out the door. Why wouldn't he? I know I would. If somebody says, hey, Phil, you get to play a lot more slot receiver if I was a slot receiver, you get extended here, and we're going to try to target you as much as possible. Sign me the hell up, and I'm out of here.
I mean, we're talking about someone who just had 322 receiving yards on the season.
Yeah.
As the 63rd pick in the draft. Like, from a vision standpoint, you've had someone like Troy Franklin pass you by. And when you're getting more than twice as many targets as Mims, like, there is real and here's the thing. If he's saying this into a microphone, that he's proven what type of player he is time and time again, and that he's not in the most fortunate situations, and sometimes I'm a little irritated with my situation, and talking about being his last year in Denver, like, this is not a hard story to follow. This is a very frustrated player who has been passed up from a vision standpoint, passed up from a target standpoint, and
change his agency.
Yeah, change his agent. Right, so he must have not liked what he was getting in return from his former agent in order to move on. So again, I think we're making this a little bit too hard. I think it's a pretty easy story to follow.
The Broncos don't want to do it. Of course, the Broncos don't want to do it. But what does Mims want? If Mims goes up to the front office and says, "Hey, look, I want to be traded," the Broncos are probably going to listen to phone calls at this point, because it's like, why have a guy on the team that's unhappy, and the only time we're going to use him is when somebody goes down, or a utility guy. And then Mike says, you got a guy in Mims that's one of a kind. Well, Jalen Waddle is doing Mims' work.
Yep.
Jalen Waddle is lining up in the backfield, taking reverses, taking handoffs too. Okay, probably going to throw a touchdown pass this year. Everything that you think Mims can do, Jalen Waddle is doing, plus being the starting receiver. So right now, if you're the Denver Broncos, you can cut ties with Mims, get something for him if you really wanted to. And for Mims, it's maybe it is time for you to go so you can get more opportunities. And maybe you do get paid somewhere else. Get the bag. That's what you want. That's what anybody wants.
You know how many yards a catch Mims had as a rookie? 17 yards a catch.
Was it 17?
17 yards a catch.
He was making those big explosive bombs downfield.
He was. You know what he was this past year, yards per catch?
Let me just guess. 7.
8. Think about that. You know how many touchdowns he had last year? 6. You know how many he had this year? 1.
So you tell me, would you be irritated if you were Mims?
Of course.
Would you want out of here if you were Mims?
Yes. And you know, you would, because I know people thinking right now, it's like, well, what about the Broncos? Like, if you put yourself in his shoes and you're the 63rd overall pick in the draft, it's been a topic of conversation in Denver for 3 years why you're not more involved, and you're coming off a season that was 322 yards, when as a rookie, he had 377. Last year, over 500. This year, it depressed to 322 yards.
And what is it going to look like?
With Waddle in the fold.
You're probably not going to get as many targets. And guess what? Once you hit free agency, people are going to look at you and say, well, you regressed every single year. You're not the same guy. That's the excuses they're going to make. We're not going to give you the money that you want. Yes, you're a good kick and punt returner, but you have to do more. So if I'm Mims, it's like, man, I'm going to sit here behind Troy Franklin and Pat Bryant, Jalen Waddle and Cortland Sutton. Hopefully I get an opportunity, and if I don't, then what? My money decreases. I'd rather get traded and have an opportunity somewhere else to get extended right away.
Right. And so that's the view of things from Mims's lens.
Yes.
And now we have the evidence, right? Like, we have the evidence that he's frustrated. He's irritated with his situation. That's what he's saying into a microphone, guys, today. What do you think he's saying to his brother and dad and his hometown buddies after a game? And his agent, his new agent. Fired the old one. So,
what you think? You think Mims asked for a trade? It may not happen.
I mean, through his agent, yeah, probably. I mean, it's got to be a topic of conversation.
Why wouldn't it be?
Right? You're going into the final year of your contract. You're a professional athlete. You're looking to get paid, but you can't get paid without opportunity. And the opportunity isn't coming here. But there's also, this isn't just about like there's something missing with Mims offensively, and if I were to guess, it's his down-to-down route running. He's not a polished route runner. He's explosive. He's a weapon.
Yep.
But he just doesn't, he's not Pat Bryant and Troy Franklin on a down-to-down basis.
No, he's not as consistent as they are when it comes to running routes.
No. So, yeah, it could be the end of the road. I mean, it could be. We'll see. Mike's telling us they're not, but, they probably would have said the same thing with Vele, who as a rookie in less games basically had a better year than Mims has ever had here in Denver, and they traded him.
And people were saying they're not going to trade Vele.
I was one of them.
I mean, all of us, we didn't figure that they were going to trade Vele. Sure enough, they traded Vele.
And this was in a Super Bowl window as well, where Sean Payton was talking, this is the fifth or sixth time I ever thought this team could win a Super Bowl, and they moved him. Despite, again, like I said, having a more productive season than Mims has really ever had in 3 opportunities, and he did that as a 7th-round rookie, and they moved him. Tim Patrick had a great camp. Full room. They moved him. So we'll see what happens with Mims here. What did we learn today in Denver sports? That's how we'll finish up coming up next.
You're an all-star, get your game on, go play.
Does Denver's 2 MVP superstars need to win at least one more championship each in order to cement their legacies as all-time greats in their sport?
But if you are talking about legacies and you're talking about all-time greatness and you're talking about the idea of your players or your teams being remembered 20, 30, 40 years from now, and you really do care about legacy, then yes, Jokic has to win another championship. McKinnon has to win another Stanley Cup.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
You know that feeling, sitting at the kitchen table, staring at a stack of bills, wondering how you got here? Credit cards, car payments, subscriptions you forgot about. It all piles up. But here's the thing. If you own a home, you're sitting on the answer. American Financing can help you declutter your monthly bills into a single, manageable payment. They're salary-based mortgage consultants. Look at your entire financial picture, not just one piece, all right? The average customer savings is $800 a month. You may delay 2 mortgage payments and may close in as fast as 10 days. Guys, there is never any upfront fees or obligation with American Financing. This is a family-owned lender, not one of those big banks where you're just a number. So pick up the phone and start that conversation at 303-695-7000. That's 303-695-7000, or simply visit them online at AmericanFinancing.net. NMLS 182334, NMLSConsumerAccess.org.
From the people who brought you It's the Dog Park comes.
Your dog is limping, but she seems fine. Plus, you've heard they can fake it just to get what they want. So what's the deal now? You're being gaslit.
Protect your dog from injury and illness with Progressive Pet Insurance.
Oh, now she switched legs. What a diva.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Not available in all states or situations. Coverage subject to policy terms.
Hey, Green Gobbler here. So you've got a clogged drain in your bathroom. Water in the sink's overstaying its welcome. You're spitting today's toothpaste on top of yesterday's toothpaste. You hope that it'd go away. Yeah, clogs don't just go away. I make them go away. I'm Green Gobbler, the only clog dissolver you need. I'm bleach-free, safe for your pipes, and I work. Guaranteed or your money back. Because I never met a clog that was gonna unclog itself. Green Gobbler. Let the gobbler get it.
Hey guys, it's Mark Schlereth. I just made one of the best decisions of my life. I got rid of my glasses. I went to Cutarelli Vision and had refractive lens exchange, RLE. I wore glasses for distance vision, but I got to that inevitable point in life where I was always needing those reading glasses just to do about anything, and half the time I couldn't find them. Seeing menus, texting, reading my computer, or studying film, it was a struggle. But now I see the world perfectly, near and far, without any glasses, thanks to Cutarelli Vision RLE, the perfect permanent solution to spending your good active years not needing reading glasses. And here's the cherry on top. You'll never develop a cataract. Dr. Cutarelli is Colorado's most experienced with over 90,000 vision correction procedures. You can trust him to know if it's the right time for you and RLE. Schedule your free Zoom consultation at coloradorle.com. Cutarelli Vision RLE, no readers, glasses, or contacts, or cataracts. coloradorle.com.
Smart homeowners know that proper maintenance of their home's AC can save a bundle in the long run. Trust our comfort specialists at 1 Hour Heating and Air Conditioning to keep your AC running strong. A proactive tune-up can actually help your AC run more efficiently and save you money on your electric bill. Call 855-1HOUR or visit onehourair.com. We won't leave you waiting. Sing it with me.
Always on time, or you don't pay it time. Always on time, or you don't pay it time.
Independently owned and operated, licensed in their respective state or county.
If you're looking for an SUV that's ready for anything Colorado throws at you, Schomp Honda has you covered with the 2026 Honda Passport. It's bold, rugged, and built for the adventurer in all of us. Whether it's a mountain trail or a Monday morning commute, the 2026 Passport can handle it with ease. And with their one price, one person, 1 hour philosophy, you get a fair price up front, one advisor from start to finish, and way less time at the dealership. And remember, they never charge dealer handling fees.
Most camera installers don't offer a guarantee. Vantage does. It's called Capture or it's free. If a Vantage system misses an incident in a zone they identified during your threat zone analysis, they'll refund the entire install. That's the kind of guarantee a company can stand behind, because your security system is designed around your property first, not pulled off a kit shelf. Invest in real security for your home. Call Vantage at 720-366-7759 or visit VSSIColorado.com today. Terms and conditions apply.
Hey guys, did you know that 1 in 4 men over 40 have low testosterone? They have low energy, low sex drive, low motivation, and barely recognize themselves. But 100% of them can get it all back and feel like themselves again at Low T Center. Low T Center is the original TRT clinic, changing lives since 2009. Their expert providers work to tailor TRT plans to every man to get his levels back to where they need to be. They can help you get your energy, your focus, and sex drive back. They can even work with most major insurance providers. So head over to FixMyLowT.com and book your free testosterone test. FixMyLowT.com.
Stream Stokely and Evans with Mark Schlereth, Dover and Cecil, The Drive, and all your favorite shows on the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan app. Powered by Advanced Tax Solutions. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan presents The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay.
All right, final segment here on a Tuesday. Just a few hours ahead of the NBA draft. We'll also look at what we learned today in Denver sports. But first, summer's here. That means more road trips. But the gas prices, man, they're pretty high, and you may be questioning whether or not to take that trip. Denver Sports is here to help. Enter for your chance to win a weekly $250 gas card and a possible grand prize of $1,000. All you have to do is listen for the keyword every hour and text it to 303-713-1043 before that hour ends. The more keywords you enter, the more chances you have to win. For complete rules, visit denversports.com/keyword. Okay, in a few hours from now, there could be a massive shakeup with the Denver Nuggets for a second consecutive year, honestly, right, of trading Michael Porter Jr., a member of this core, a very highly paid player who had just made the most single-season threes in the history of the Denver Nuggets when they did it, and trading for Cam Johnson. That was a big deal. There may be more changes coming, and because of draft night activity, there's a really good chance that that shakeup is just in a few hours from now.
Yeah, the question's going to be, ZB, who's going to be the shakeup? Is it going to be Cam Johnson paired with the 26th pick in the NBA draft? Is it going to be AG? You talked about, hey, just slapping Jamal Murray on it, getting rid of that contract and making a major shakeup. If you're going to shake it up, shake it up.
Yeah, potentially trading into the top 10 if you include Jamal Murray in a deal.
Shaking weight to use like you have over there. Don't you have a shaking weight?
I do not have a shaking weight. No, I don't.
So it's going to be interesting to see what the Denver Nuggets do. But I'm with everybody else out there, like something has to give. You weren't close to winning a championship. You have a roster that's aging. You have a roster that doesn't play defense. You got to get younger. You have to find a guy that has the length, the athletic ability in this draft. If you decide to draft a player, who's that going to be?
It's a great question. And the myriad of things that could take place tonight, it's really there's just a lot. I think I would be the most surprised of any of the scenarios if the Denver Nuggets don't make a move and just take a player at 26.
What would that tell you? You're surprised about it. Like, what would that tell you though? Like they're going to the luxury tax and they're going to bring everybody back?
Yeah, but that's what's not going to happen. So
Yeah.
that's why I'm anticipating some sort of shakeup. I mean, dude, there's a scenario where they attach Zeke Naji to the 26th pick and just to get off the money, and the Denver Nuggets don't pick any player tonight. And that wouldn't shock me at all. It really wouldn't. It would be unfortunate, but it wouldn't shock me. And so, and also, we have to remember, to make a trade, it takes two to tango.
Yes.
And so someone would have to be, all in the Jamal Murray business, all in the Aaron Gordon market. And the thing about this is, and this is, the business world is like this as well, or any walk of life, really. When you know the position that the opposing party is in, and guys, if Tim Bontemps and Tim McMahon and Brian Windhorst and everyone who writes about the NBA, and talks about the NBA, insinuates the luxury cost cutting that is going to take place here this offseason, you don't think these other GMs know it?
Oh, they know.
And so, I'm just mentioning that because you don't have the leverage.
Yeah.
If they know you're trying to save, you lose a piece at the negotiating table. And so, man, I'm fascinated on how this is going to go tonight. I have no idea. I'll be watching sort of morbidly, kind of like covering my eyes a little bit and peeking through my fingers. But tomorrow is going to be an interesting day, regardless of how tonight goes down. It's going to be an interesting day.
It's going to be an interesting day, ZB, and it's a lose-lose situation for the Denver Nuggets. Because you get rid of AG, Cam Johnson, someone like Jamal Murray, the fan base is going to be upset.
Oh, yeah.
You don't do anything at all, the fan base is going to be upset. So you're in a lose-or-lose situation if you're the Denver Nuggets and the general managers. So it's just waiting for it. My boo is going to be ready. Boo! What are you doing, Denver?
Well, we're fixing to find out, all right? We'll leave it here for now. We'll be back at 2 o'clock tomorrow to discuss regardless of what takes place here in just a few hours. But for now, we step aside. It's Denver Sports Tonight coming up next.
You asked for it, you got it. Backed by popular demand, it's the Drives Brouhaha.
Big social brouhaha.
This summer, Zach and Phil are back on the road bringing their party to you. Last up, Arvada. June 26th from 2 to 6 at Arvada Beer Garden.
That was quite a brouhaha.
Come find out what the commotion's all about. Head to DenverSports.com/drive for more details.
Guaranteed to bring the brouhaha.
Denver Sports 1043. The Fan.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here from my friends at Xfinity. And when it comes to your internet, you want the most intelligent, and that's what they provide. The most intelligent Wi-Fi that can hunt down and fix problems. Reliability, well, you want the most reliable Wi-Fi for streaming, gaming, working from home, and coverage that goes wall to wall in your home. How about security? Wi-Fi that's security blanket for your network and reliability. Fiber-powered network with 99.99% reliability, built for speed so you can run multiple devices at once, and Wi-Fi that makes everything in your home tie and work together. Consistency, you can lock in 5 years of predictability. 5 years, the most reliable fiber-powered Wi-Fi with our best equipment. Plus, you can get online with minutes, same-day Wi-Fi. Hey man, that's the price lock guarantee. 5 years, same price, no contracts, no commitments. It's all included. Everything you need, including the data and equipment, the most reliable Wi-Fi. That's Xfinity, guys. Imagine that.
T-Mobile has an exclusive bundle for customers 55 and up.
I'm Sarah Bowl.
Yeah, I'm Frank Bowl.
A reliable network is key for us. And with T-Mobile, it's been wonderful. And going to the 55 plus plan saved us so much money.
A lot.
And that's important. Trying to keep costs down. The home internet's been perfect. It's fast, it's quick. The setup was so easy, it took less than 15 minutes.
It was like, ta-da! If you want simplicity, coverage, reliability, you want the whole package, T-Mobile has it.
Right now, T-Mobile customers 55 and up can get 2 phone lines on America's best network, plus America's fastest 5G home internet for just $30 each.
$30 per month each line with autopay plus taxes and fees. Minimum age 55. Pricing for home internet rely on 2 lines of essentials. Choice 55. $35 connection charge per line required. Best mobile network and fastest 5G home internet based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence Data 2H 2025. All rights reserved.
I'm Rob Wilhite. For almost 50 years, Colorado has trusted the Wilhite Law Firm after serious car accidents. With over $1 billion recovered, we know how to win for our community. Injured? Call 303-GOOD-LAW or visit WilhiteWins.com. That's WilhiteWins.com.